Welcome back, everybody, to the H3 Podcast Live. Today we have a very special, illustrious guest, Jenna Marbles, superstar, and her boyfriend, another superstar, Julien Solomita. Today we are sponsored by MeUndies and Bethesda, and our third and probably our best sponsor of all time, ourselves. Check it out. We made our own merch store. I'm really excited to share it with you guys at h3h3shop.com. Check it out. We've got an internalized oppression shirt. Pretty great. Comfy, cozy. Love the fabric. Hila, what do you got?
I got a matter of law.
Stick it to the haters with this matter of law shirt. Let them know that when it comes to litigation, you are a matter of law. That applies to like 1 out of a million people. But you know what I mean.
And there's 2 more really cool ones. We just didn't have them here yet.
Here, I'll show it.
But
so, yeah, we don't have them here.
They're especially dedicated to you guys who watch the podcast.
Well, these are actually my favorite ones. You've got the fascinating in the right there. The colors are insane. So cool. And I've lost all respect for myself, which is a podcast meme, but it really applies to anybody. Could apply to anybody. So if you guys want to support the show, hit up h3h3shop.com and pick up your slammin' hot merchandise by us, for us, FUBU. Okay, let's get to business here, guys. Look, you guys all know who Jenna Marbles is. 17 million subs on YouTube. But more than that, she's one of the longest lasting, like, relevant YouTubers too. I think she's been doing it for like 10 years. And beyond that, she's a female, which I think does say something on YouTube. It's tough out there for females on YouTube. And listen, her boyfriend's no slouch either. He's coming to his own. He's got $1.3 million, vlogger.
Dollars.
Oh, man, this heat is getting to me. It's like 110 degrees outside. We've got the AC blasting, but it's just not enough. You can feel
our
the heat
AC is like
radiating.
not even working at this heat. I don't know.
My God.
Usually I'm freezing here. I always have a jacket here.
Yeah, it's probably like 85 in here, and the AC's on blast. We just installed a new garden because we're moving houses, and we had like the landscaping done in the backyard. And these poor plants, they're dying. These are like low-water desert plants, and they are dying.
They look like they've actually been burned. They look burned.
Yes. So that's how we're doing. How you guys doing? Well, anyway, enough about us, and you guys know who Jen and Julien are. So let's bring them out. I'm screaming. This is me screaming. I said I'll scream when we're ready for them, so this is me screaming.
Yeah!
Julien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite the reception.
How you guys doing? Thanks for coming. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Thank
you for having us.
How you guys been? All good?
Good, yeah. It's
Nice.
hot as hell, but
Yeah.
doing good.
I was saying to Hila, it's usually like a cool 65 in here. And I'm pretty sure this room is like 80 right now. It's muggy.
This room's cooler than...
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's definitely cooler in
that-
here. I feel it coming in here.
That's good.
Yeah.
All the plebs and the interns
They're
and everyone.
suffering
They're
out
just
there.
sweating it out.
I prefer that. I know they're suffering.
Yeah, well, more productive.
You know what I
guess.
mean? No, I just want them to suffer.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Cool. Well, what are you guys working on lately? What's good?
Oh, man, well, we do one of these, except it's on the scale of like 1/10. It's like in our little room
It's pretty
that has a
exciting
bunch
to
of
be
trash
here.
in it.
There's 3 C100s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we kind of need to get more because it's a little inconsistent because you have.
Oh, you different cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little
So
inconsistent.
you're going to upgrade to 5
Yeah,
C100s?
we need 5.
Yeah.
I was thinking about having a couple in the back just to.
We've been meaning to do it for so long, and I keep
Yeah.
delaying it.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've had
Expensive.
we bought the C100 what 3 years ago.
Yeah, we have
It's been
one.
using it for
It's our baby.
every week. Yeah.
You guys use that for your main videos.
Yeah, mostly podcasts. The occasional video we'll shoot.
Oh,
with it.
you shoot your podcast on it. Cool.
Yeah.
By the way, I like your guys' setup too. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
thanks.
effective, right?
Yeah, it does a job.
It's really
Yeah.
effective.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need all the bells and whistles necessarily.
No. Yeah, we started it just like on a laptop, so for us, we've come a long way.
We used to have a camera. It was like $200 handy cam from Best Buy, and it would only focus on one of us at a time.
Really?
So every podcast, one of us would be out of
That was
focus.
the beginning?
Yeah.
How does that even work? Because you guys are on the same focal range.
It's like we're sitting
It's
exactly.
just if one moves a little forward.
It just picks a
Picks
favorite,
one
and then it's
face.
like, all right.
How about that?
Yeah.
How long have you guys been doing your podcast?
Over 2 years, I think.
Holy
Close
smokes.
close to 3, yeah.
You guys are veterans.
Yeah. And same with Twitch, which is crazy because we do it in like the same setup, in the same room. The only thing is like we don't broadcast on Twitch with all the good cameras. It's like a little webcam and stuff.
you downscale for Twitch.
Yeah. But Twitch has been a lot of fun lately as we played this
Yeah,
the
we
PUBG,
played
dude.
together.
PUBG movement.
Dude, it's like a
I like
Twitch.
your Twitch setup is second to none.
Your Twitch setup, okay.
What? Wait, hold on. I feel like you're making fun of me.
Yeah, we are.
No, it's
We
like
are.
when you're playing
Oh,
with you
'cause
and then you can hear the
the
shots
echoes.
like in the.
It makes you feel
yeah,
like you're
chat.
really in the
Oh my
battle.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I don't have to wear headphones.
yeah.
We-
I refuse. I
We
want.
we both just can't get into headphones.
Yeah.
Not for us.
I prefer that the viewers, well, if it's not just a straight up Inception screen of like when you have the.
Yeah, you did that. I was
Yeah.
watching the other night. You had like 50 of
Yeah,
you.
that's effective. People like that.
So that was on purpose.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just I'm trying to entertain.
Yeah.
people. I'm trying
That's
to make
the
it
job,
fun.
it's
yeah.
a stylistic choice.
Word.
Yeah.
Wait, nobody ever
Stylistic.
complained about the echo, but I would assume that there's horrible echo.
There's nothing to complain about. It's actually really funny. So you'll hear like Ethan shoot somebody, and then you hear it in your headphones, and you're
Right.
like, "Oh fuck, shit!"
Yeah.
It's like you hear
Super
double
loud.
shots.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that people
really
who are
funny.
listening with headphones, because I'm always like, I have no idea. By the way, we're talking about PUBG, which is like the Twitch Renaissance,
Yeah,
which is the game
Battlegrounds.
we've all been playing.
Yeah.
And this fucking game drives me crazy. Like, I love it and I hate it.
Yep. That's about right.
Isn't
one-
that every game you play?
No, some games are a joy.
Okay.
This
Like
game
Peggle.
This game is especially
Peggle's a
infuriating.
joy.
When this game is infuriating, it's infuriating.
Yeah.
But when it's good, it's
I agree.
like you don't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
Well, because the games last like, what, an hour?
Yeah, they can last like 45. Yeah.
Yeah,
close to an hour, yeah.
So usually what happens for me is that I'll drop in some obscure place.
Mm-hmm.
The game is basically a huge open map with 100 people, and it's just a battle royale. And I'll drop into a tiny little like farmhouse that nobody's there because I know I'm not going to take them. I'll lose immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I'll loot all these houses. I'll play like super secret. I'll crawl through a wheat field for an hour, for like 30 minutes. And then the moment I see something, like either somebody will shoot me and I'll have no idea where they are. That's the worst.
Yeah. Really frustrating when that happens.
And the other one is just like it happened yesterday. Dude crawls up. I'm right in front of him with a shotgun, missed 3 times, and he just turns and kills me immediately.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hate the game. In short.
I'm terrible at it. The only times I play, I drop at the farm, like literally the farm, and then just try to survive.
Is that a specific place?
Yeah,
It's a
it's called the
place.
farm.
Oh, see, you're
Farm.
way above me.
Farm.
I was
It
like,
says it
that's
on
a
it
generic
says it on the
farm.
map.
Yeah.
But
Isn't it in Russian?
It's my preferred
yeah,
place.
yeah, it's
Did
like
you
a Russian
translate
map.
that?
Oh no! The map is yeah, the names of the cities, but then they have like
Okay.
school and farm and
Right,
like
right,
yeah.
right. Farm.
But you did get us a nice little dinner that one time.
That's true.
Which was
So,
pretty
I mean,
spectacular.
look, reviewing that, it was pretty.
It wasn't that guy's day.
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I
But-
think he didn't. He must have been not reloaded his gun or something because he
I think
peeked
that's
right
what
over
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and nothing happened for like kind of a good amount of
yeah,
time.
yep.
Not his day.
A win's a win though.
But
So
you're
I-
like a pro, Julian.
Oh please! I play with. Actually, we did play with a pro the other night.
Oh God.
Yeah.
His
The
name's
massacre.
Lex. Yeah. One of our regulars, one of our friends in the Twitch community, Zombie Unicorn, she's dating a guy named Lex, and he's a pro. He was a pro CSGO player. Now he's in the tournaments for PUBG. And he jumped in one of our custom games, and he just completely demolished everyone. And we knew it was coming. He just
You played
hunted us
against
down.
him.
Yeah, we
Oh, I
set
want
up a
that guy on
custom.
my
God.
team.
Yeah. We set up a custom game, so it was like groups of 3 of all of our friends.
Mm.
He just hunted us down.
I don't understand. I watch pro players play.
Yeah.
That's hard to say. And they just see everybody.
Mhm.
They shoot. I don't understand how they see everybody because I don't see shit.
Yeah.
Got a big monitor, good graphics.
They move around like it's where they grew up, you know,
Yeah.
their town.
Yeah.
Like
They
the
move.
farm.
They move differently. You ever watch Shroud?
Yeah, I've checked them out.
Guy's a machine.
I like watching that Dr. Disrespect. I know it's like a meme, but he's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I love him.
I was watching him and a dude play, and they won 6 games in a row.
Whoa.
I was like, what is this?
He said our name one time. We almost
He did because we subscribed.
That was sick.
Like
yeah,
yelled.
he read our name because he
That's
was
dope.
obligated to, and we almost freaked out.
Did he acknowledge, like, oh, I know them?
No,
or was
no,
he
no,
just
no,
very generic? Wow.
Because he has like 1,000 subs to read each
Right.
night.
That was special, though.
Yeah.
I can tell.
It
Oh
was.
yeah, big moment.
That was, well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
So, anyway, getting off PUBG, as much as I love it.
You want to
Am
play
I in
later?
the coaster? Am I really
No,
in your
absolutely
channel?
not. No.
Yeah, we
Why
don't.
does this say boobs?
It's for you.
It's just a
No.
special message.
It's
Aw, thanks.
So the boobs.
yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Austin Post Malone left it there.
Oh, him and his label maker, huh?
Well, we have a label maker, and he somehow got his hands on it.
Yeah.
And he's just left,
He
like,
left
secret
labels
messages
everywhere.
I like that.
So we're not, You know what's funny? Because a lot of times people will be like, why does it say boobs? But a lot of times people won't even say it at all, which is kind of even
yeah.
weirder to not
It's
acknowledge.
kind of
not
like,
acknowledge,
yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
kind of
just
an
noticed it.
experiment.
Boobs. Sick.
All right, I want to ask you something.
Okay.
Obviously, me and Ela make videos together. She's a female. And I've seen what it's like for a female on YouTube. But you've been doing it for so long. You're like, how long have you been doing YouTube? Like 10 years?
Well, my first channel I think I made in, 2007. But then I had to stop that because I had my full last name in it. My mom was like,
Oh.
fuck you, Jenna. But
Wait,
then I made
so Marbles isn't your last name?
No, it's my dog's name.
So you originally made it with your real name.
Yeah.
And why was your mom upset about that?
Because she was trying to get a job at the time. And
Right.
so, like, her name is Deborah Maury. Mine's Jenna Maury. And
Right.
so that was at a time on the internet where, even a Facebook page was like...
You
can't
type
have
it, you find
yeah.
it. Yeah.
So she just asked me to make another one. So I made Jenna Marbles in, like, 2009, I think.
Was the first channel big?
No.
Okay. So nothing lost there.
No. Yeah, so it's been probably, like, 8 years for my main channel.
Damn. So how is it, I mean, in your experience as a female, do you think that you get a different shake on YouTube?
I mean, you definitely get some more, like, awful comments, like, real fucked up shit.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's not that bad, but as long as you have a thick skin about it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, some of that shit's dark.
Definitely. I remember.
How many times do you get Jenna is pregnant comments?
A lot.
Wow.
A lot.
Ela's been triggered by those recently.
You get those?
All the time. It's so funny. If I just look like a little bit better one day, or like my
Radiant.
hair is like
Ela's
radiant.
She's
Oh,
pregnant.
she's
I
glowing.
wish I got,
She
I
must
wish
be
I got
pregnant.
Janet's radiant. She
What?
must be pregnant. No, it's
Well, I
we
don't
got
think they
into
say it quite like that.
we got into an awful car accident like 9 months ago now.
Yeah.
We couldn't work out for like 8 months.
Get off the couch.
Both of you guys were
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we were pretty fucked up.
Damn.
Wow.
So like because I'm on there constantly like bitching and moaning like, hey guys, can't work out. Sorry for getting a little fucking fat. Can you leave me alone? People are like, dude, Jenna's fucking pregnant. Look at her stomach, dog. It's like, no, dude, I couldn't move my legs for 8 months.
I literally can't move my legs.
I'll let you know.
Do you wish that PUBG was around during that accident?
Yeah, it would have been a lot more productive.
I just for some reason was
I would have
like,
been so
man,
much better by now.
Yeah. What do you guys do in that time? And
Yeah.
that how long was it? You said 9 months?
It was in
8 months.
October, so
well,
no,
we
it was
could
like
do stuff, but we couldn't. Like my knee, I still can't feel part of my knee.
Wow.
But like we could walk. I could walk. We could do stuff, but like we couldn't work out. His
Do you guys mind
shoulder's
talking
fucked.
about it?
He has,
Like
a
what
torn
what
labrum.
happened with the accident?
So we were in the carpool lane, so
Mhm.
against the median on the 405, and we were kind of approaching a spot. We were going like full speed, like 70, and we were approaching a spot where there was like a traffic kind of jam up ahead. But it was one of those jams where like 400 yards behind it, people are still going full speed because they haven't
Yes,
seen it yet.
classic LA.
Yeah, so the guy in the lane adjacent to us and ahead of us pulls one of those, oh, there's traffic in my lane, I'm going to hop over.
Into the carpool.
Yeah, I did the carpool, like over double yellow.
Extra
Hops over,
slick.
didn't look, we hit him pretty much at like full speed, like kind of at an angle, because our guy had no time to react. We didn't see any of this, mind you. Like we're on our phones, like all of a sudden it was just like
I
Oh
was
my
sitting
God.
like in the cab like this.
Wait. You were on your
Mia.
phones. Okay, you weren't
And
driving.
I was
No,
listening,
we were in the
were
back of the
sharing
cab.
No wonder you
headphones.
crashed.
yeah, we were in the
We
back
were
of the cab.
sharing a pair of headphones,
Oh.
listening to Deep Throat by Cupcake.
Yes.
Oh my
You guys were having a moment.
We were in a moment, a cupcake
Aw.
moment. And then all of a sudden there's like shaking, and it was like it was the weirdest experience I've ever had. Like you can't describe it. But after like, it felt like 10 minutes of just like crashing, we
Really?
finally came to
Wow.
a stop. And we were kind of bracing for cars to hit us because it was like we had come to a stop.
Ooh.
And no cars hit us, luckily. The woman behind us hopped out, called an ambulance, and checked on us. And she was like about passed out because she was like,
Wow.
Really?
you know, yeah, freaking out.
So when you guys crashed, like what kind of injuries did you guys sustain?
Well, she hurt her knee because her leg was up, and it was one of those Prius cabs where they have like the hard wall,
Right.
and her knee just slammed into the wall. But immediately we couldn't breathe because the seatbelts, they like constrict when you crash, and they like compress on your chest.
Yeah.
So it was like it was like a lot of that. Not fun.
It
Oh,
was like
yeah,
almost losing
yeah.
consciousness. But I had to get what is the thing where an MRI?
Yeah.
Put you in the thing because I had like pretty bad seatbelt, and there's a lot of girl parts there, so they
Right.
there wasn't
Yeah.
like internal bleeding.
Oh.
How was going through the MRI?
It was weird because I hate needles, so
Because they had to put the stuff
Oh,
in,
they
right?
they were
Needles?
putting
Dye?
in that like dye into
Yeah.
your blood or whatever. So
Oh.
I was freaking out. I didn't like it.
Because I have to do one.
I'm
That's why I'm
worried for
asking.
you now. Yeah,
It's
Eli-
weird.
Eli
It's not
just-
that bad, but it's
Mhm.
kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross.
I just have like chronic back pain, so
Yeah.
they're trying to.
So they're gonna inject you and then do an MRI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, it just hurts like a shot. It's anything worse than that.
How's- I hate it.
It's awful.
Well, it seems really awful. How does it work? They inject like ink into you?
Yeah, it's like dye so that the MRI can show whatever they're looking at in a
Huh.
better contrast or whatever.
Oh, there you go. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get to choose
Good
the
luck.
color of the ink?
So did this guy, was there any repercussions for this guy who rear-ended you guys?
Yes. Well, so
I
he
think
actually
he's fucked.
he didn't rear end. He basically caused the whole thing, but
Or
he,
not rear-ended,
he
yeah.
hit
side-
he hit
four
four other
other
cars.
cars.
Whoa.
So and he was solely responsible.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So he's in a world of hurt.
So everybody's suing him, all the insurance
Well,
companies.
yeah. What happened is they filed a report, so everyone's medical bills just go to that guy.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be millions.
Yeah. It's a lot probably.
So did he end up covering your guys' medical bill?
Yeah. I mean, it's still not done.
Yeah, it'll be done.
It'll be done
another
in
year.
probably a year or so because everyone's got to finish their treatment and then send in the bills.
So you guys paid
Wow.
for it yourself?
Yeah.
What happens if you don't have money?
You're
Beats me,
fucked.
man. That sounds like a bad time.
Damn.
I mean, we
God
got
bless
lucky on a
America.
number of fronts. Like, A, we can afford it, right?
Yeah.
But also, we're alive. You know,
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
bad accident going
Yeah.
really fast, and we survived. So, you know, at the end of the day, we were super lucky. But yeah, we were couch potatoes for a
But
while.
yeah, anyways, I do get called pregnant all the time, and it's a little offensive, but like it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, okay. And short, with an aside, being a girl on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, how's it for you, Hila?
I mean, I agree. Yeah, it's you definitely need to develop a thick skin, but I think that's for anyone. Probably for you too, like the men. But it's weird. It's funny to see the different kinds of comments, like, "Are you pregnant?" or
Like, yo, I'll let you know. You're not gonna get
Oh,
any
yeah,
like brownie
yeah.
points for guessing
Yeah.
first.
I get this thing that wherever I look at, like now, if I'm looking at you and smiling, afterwards there'll be a screenshot of it, like Hila was hitting
You
on
want to fuck
Julian.
this person
Yeah.
every single
Yeah,
time.
that's
Does that
just
happen
the
to you?
Pumped up.
Yeah.
Or is that just a
I don't-
Hila thing?
I don't
no,
know.
that's like
Not
the
that
internet.
I've seen.
I mean, I've
but I
seen.
wouldn't be surprised if I saw it.
Well, now it's a meme.
Now
Now it's a meme.
gonna-
You
you're
look
gonna
at
want- you're
anyone,
gonna wanna fuck
there's going to be a
everybody.
screenshot.
But no, I mean, I don't know. When I see, like, if I mention a female YouTuber, generally, I've noticed that in the comments, they get really fucking vulgar
Yeah,
towards them.
yeah.
Whatever. What
Well,
can
you
you
have
do?
that like young male demographic
Hmm.
That's true.
that's
What is your demographic?
mostly girls. It was like teenagers, and then it got a little older as I got older.
They aged with you.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
My demographic is 90% men. which kind of shocks me, and it feels a little bad, to be honest.
Why does it
Like,
feel
where are
bad?
the ladies at? I don't know. Am I really that unappealing?
Ladies at?
Like, seriously, like, Ela's brings a feminine touch.
Yeah.
Where are the ladies at? 90%.
Has it changed
Ela Kleiner.
ever since you started, or has it been like pretty much the same?
It was.
Excuse me.
It was
was
like
worse.
95.5.
Dude, it was-
So it's gotten better.
It was 95. That means that 5 out of every 100 women was like, I can tolerate this guy.
Wow.
That's so crazy, man. So what is yours at, like, roughly a percentage, if you know?
Probably like 85 girls.
Wow.
Okay, so we're kind of like the
Yeah.
antithesis of each
Yeah.
other.
Dude, we
But I
should
mean, when I
collab.
started-
Dude, we need to
Great.
collab.
Yeah.
Seriously. Let's
With
go.
our demographics
It's on the
combined.
table. Yeah.
No, when I started, I was in my early 20s, and you figure that you're like making content for people just like you. You know,
Right.
you're like, it's probably all my friends and people my same age. And then when you realize it's like, oh shit, this is all like teenage girls, it, like blew my mind.
Mm.
You know, are they like young men or are they men your age?
They're, I would say, 18 to
Late 20s too.
Yeah.
I see a lot. Like,
college. 18 to 35, really.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting, eh?
Yeah.
What kind of people watch your videos, Julian?
A lot like Jenna's. I would say maybe a little more male, but pretty much the same. It's like
Damn.
85
Boy.
female. Yeah.
So you're just more attractive than me, essentially, in
yeah, I
short.
guess.
You're like, I can handle looking at this guy
Yeah,
for more
they-
than 2 minutes.
They put up with it.
Okay,
Yeah.
good for you.
Thank you.
I, w-
I'm proud of that.
I wonder if I exercise more and get fit, if our female demographic will go up.
You should do an
Fupa
experiment.
loss?
Fupa loss
Don't lose
equals
the
female
fupa.
views.
Dude, you're at the peak right now. You don't
Live
need to
your
change
life.
anything. Yeah, live your life.
No, I just want views, dude. I want to optimize. That's it. How'd you guys meet? Because you guys are a cute YouTube couple. You freaking adorable cuties.
Thank you. Do you want to-
We met at a bar. He was a bartender. And I relentlessly hit on him.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's kind of like a sitcom-y plot twist.
It was.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Want to hang out?
Well, it's usually the other way around, right? Like the guy picking up girls in the bar. Did he work there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was a bartender, and I had seen her multiple times because she used to come in, and
It was at the end of my street where I lived,
Hmm.
so I would walk there.
and then it was
Stalker.
like, yeah,
Stalker
eesh,
alert.
eesh. How'd you feel about that?
kind of weird, honestly. I still do. Yeah, it was just like I would see her a lot, and then I think you like, in a way, you were like, hey, like let's hang out. Like, don't bartend, come hang out. And one day I did, and then we started hanging out more, and then the bar got closed down, and we were dating.
R.I.P.
The bar left.
Service
Right,
purpose.
so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it was like bad ownership, and then the guy like bounced out of town. So I was like, all right, I'm good. Like, I'll just leave.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you started making YouTube videos like, were you into that stuff before you guys
No,
were
not
dating?
at all. I was actually doing radio. I worked for a radio station in LA, 97.1 amp radio, and then also I did radio in college. So I was on like a lot of old media. So when I met her, she was like, "What the fuck are you doing on the radio?" And
Yeah.
and,
When I met him, he was still in school, which was like bizarre. I'm 6 years older than Julian.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he was still in school, and he was taking this one class where they give you this footage of like a truck
oh man,
or some shit. And it was his job to edit it, and you had to edit it like at the machines, like at school or whatever, right? And I was like, dude, fucking go ham on that thing. Like, you can do whatever you want. But they teach you like this very specific way
like cookie
to
cutter.
edit.
thing.
It's
Wait,
so
what were you doing
stupid.
to the truck?
So
editing the
they give you,
footage
like,
of it,
stock
like a car
footage
commercial.
of a truck
Oh,
commercial.
you're learning to edit
Yeah, it was an edit
video.
class. I majored in
sounds really
TV
dry.
and broadcast
Okay.
journalism.
It was so dumb.
How to make Ford commercials.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it was
I
like,
dude,
you'd
fucking
think they'd
go
want
nuts.
you to like.
Make it weird. Like, do something crazy.
Did
Yeah.
you listen?
No, well, no,
No.
I did it the best I wanted to
Lame.
do, and then I got like a C on the thing, and I was like, "Why did this is so arbitrary,
So
right? It's like you're
stupid.
making a car commercial. Are we just all supposed to do the same?" And that's really what it was. It was
Yeah.
like be a cookie cutter.
That reminds me when I went to art school.
Mm-hmm.
They made us take a Photoshop class, and the teacher, he kept teaching us like, here's a picture of a face of a model, and now let's clean up her face, like remove a
Imperfections.
yeah.
Pores.
And I was like,
Yeah, any
this
human
is serious.
features.
Like make her fake.
Yeah, and it really was weird to do it. I I was not into it.
In a way, those are the jobs out there.
Those
though.
are the jobs.
Yeah.
That's why he was teaching
I need
that.
that.
But it's so
But
weird.
same with
Do you remember any of those?
same with mindless editing, right?
Yeah.
There's like,
Yeah, that's the job.
yeah,
But it's a weird thing because it's like art. Video editing, Photoshop is art, but it really is just used like very industrially. I also studied art in college.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
writing.
Both you
oh
guys.
shit.
It was this. It sounds
Oh,
nice, but it was
shit.
a total joke, dude.
Why?
It was pretty much just the easiest major to pass through school. Because it's like, who's going to tell me my poetry sucks?
Yeah,
It's
creative
true.
writing.
It's so, arbitrary.
Yeah.
But you were into it when we met. You're downplaying.
Yeah,
it
I'm
now.
like, yeah, I wrote a couple poems, but,
Can I
it's
see
like,
some of those poems?
Yeah, when are you
that
gonna get
shit's
back
done,
into
dude.
it?
That shit's burned. I actually I hate poetry after I got
really?
out of college, yeah.
And I
just-
kind of hate art too.
There you
It's
go.
funny.
I went to school for 5 years and I came out hating it. Never used it.
Where'd you go to school?
UC Santa Cruz.
Oh, that's right. I think you
Yeah.
told me that before. And where'd you go to school?
In Israel,
That's
Shankar.
right.
Did you go to college?
Yeah.
Where?
I went to Suffolk for
Did you get a
undergrad.
master's?
Yeah, and then I went to BU.
Oh, a master's.
BU
Oh,
for grad
shit.
school.
What'd you get?
Sports psychology and counseling, master's degree. Yeah.
Huh.
Is that for like physical therapy kind of thing?
No.
What's the application of that?
Well, there's lots of different ones. I was probably gonna work with kids, but it's typically for like performance enhancement. So like if an athlete's going through a slump or something, you would see a sports psychologist
Oh,
to
sports.
go
Wow.
talk through
Whoa.
the mental aspect of their game, basically.
Did you ever use that at all?
Not after I graduated.
Mm-hmm. Or you got into like YouTube almost immediately, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds like it would be an interesting gig, though.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of those skills?
Sort of.
All right. I'm gonna need that someday. When I get on that fupa loss, I'm gonna need you to motivate me.
You need some performance enhancement.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan says the lights are flickering.
Really?
I didn't notice.
Yeah.
It's only 115
Oh, he's saying we might get
degrees out.
another blackout. Oh man,
Imagine
Oh,
that.
shit.
we were we did an episode a couple weeks ago, and the power just dropped
In the middle of
Yeah.
the
for like
episode.
an hour.
Yeah.
So heads up, if it goes out, that's why.
Yeah.
LA baby.
Fuck.
Jesus, I'm waiting for it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
What do we do, dude?
There's gonna be a blackout and then a huge earthquake after.
Oh my
shit.
god.
Oh my
That would
god.
happen.
Well, we have a nice table here, so get right under it.
That's funny. We were talking with Dan about in like '97. Were you guys are from LA?
I am, yeah.
He
She's
is.
not.
So '97 was like basically the apocalypse in LA because there was the Northridge earthquake, and then I think that same year was like the El Nino. You remember that shit?
Yeah, I mean, I was really young, but yeah.
And it was like the whole city, all of SoCal was flooded.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. I remember I had like this river in my backyard and it completely overfilled into the neighboring city. Anyway,
Where'd you
Oh
grow
my
up?
god.
in Ventura, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
just south of here. a
Oh,
little bit.
okay.
So I'm waiting for the next apocalypse, essentially.
Yeah.
The blackout into the earthquake.
Well, we're ready. We're
Yeah,
in a nice
ready.
little shelter here.
Yeah, we're ready here.
Yeah.
Our house isn't ready.
Mhm.
Our house is like leaks if it just like rains. It'd be
Oh.
fucked.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a couple bad leaks at our house.
Oh, Jesus.
It sucks. It sucks. We rent. It sucks.
Good
You
thing it
have a
doesn't
go
rain.
bag though. Julian made a really fucking dope go bag.
What is that?
Just like an
It's like in
emergency
case of
bag.
emergencies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's in it?
Yeah. What do you?
Like external power, lights,
Oh,
flashlights.
damn.
food,
Are you a
water.
prepared guy? You're you guy?
I'm not crazy about it, but I did like we had like a blackout, and I was like, okay, next time this happens, we're gonna be ready. And now I put it together.
Yeah, but it's got like dog food and like some people food in there, so the dogs keep
Some
trying
more
to get
dog
into
food.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peach has gotten in there a couple of times.
Yeah,
like, eating
that's true,
herself
yeah.
sick.
You guys have like a nuclear fallout. Are you guys ready for that?
No, I
I'm
wish
telling
I
you,
Can we
was.
shit's
stay in your
heating up.
shelter?
I
Do you have
know
one?
it is.
I don't have a shelter, but we have a guest room.
Okay.
That doesn't have leaks as far as
Do
I
we have a
know.
PUBG set up
Yeah,
in there?
you know what?
To the guest room.
Look, at this point, I'm kind of welcoming the Holocaust. Like, let's just have
Holocaust?
the nuclear one, not like the Jew one. I don't want that one.
Not that one.
It was a shorthand. But like, yeah, let's just play PUBG and wait it out. Go to the pub and play PUBG.
Go to the pub. Yeah, I like that one.
Wait it out.
Pub cheese.
That's the future. PUBG
Yeah.
sets up at the pub. Go have a
But
beer.
you guys, you're into conspiracy theories. That's something you're deep into.
Yeah, a little too
What
much.
are some of the spicy ones that you're really into these days? Because
Oh,
there's
man.
conspiracy theories that are just like
Fuck.
How many
ridiculous.
How many parts do you have on your podcast? I saw there's
4,
like
3, 4.
4 or 5.
How many
Yeah.
They have like conspiracy theory part 1, part 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, we've done a few of them.
Yeah.
Well, here's my question, because there's a lot of conspiracy theories that are just like obviously joke. Like, well, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Lizard people. Can we all agree that that's just a bit of a goof?
I mean, I like to entertain anything. Like,
Okay.
I want to know why someone thinks that and like what their reasoning is, and I'll entertain it. I'm not sure I'll buy into it.
Well, a lot of the times I'm not sure if people actually believe it. That's part of the
True.
conspiracy theories that fuck with me. Because you have like flat Earth.
They're like, wouldn't this be fun? Here
Yeah,
you
like,
go.
well, I have a hard time stretching my imagination and believing that there's people that actually believe the Earth is flat. And I don't know if it's an elaborate troll.
No, that's real. Like
Yeah, I think some of those
there
people
are
really
people-
do
yeah,
believe
that's
that.
real.
So what
Like
are
Tila
some of the...
Tequila really believes
Oh, yeah,
that.
well,
Really?
yeah. In that case, I don't have to stretch my imagination to believe that.
I don't know, because every time we talk about it, I start to feel like they're all just trolls.
Yes.
But I don't know.
Okay, and anyway, so what are some of the ones that you think are like, oh, there's something to that?
One of my favorite ones is that Francis Bacon was William Shakespeare. It's pretty brilliant.
That one was pretty good. That one
Like
was
the
pretty good.
evidence is pretty strong.
I've actually heard that stuff a lot, that Shakespeare was a pseudonym, or even I've heard that Shakespeare was a collective of a lot of other writers. Have you heard that?
No.
Kinda spicy.
The one that I like was that Shakespeare was a real person. He was like an actor in a play guy. And Francis Bacon is the one that wrote all of those things
Interesting.
and used him as just like this figure that would take all the credit basically.
Right.
But Francis Bacon wanted to get all of these ideas into the public via pop culture, that being like writing, and didn't want it to be like associated with him.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Is there like a lot of supporting evidence for that?
Yeah.
Because Shakespeare, the history is kind of weird on him, right? Like there's not a lot out there about the guy.
That's kind of what adds to this conspiracy, I think.
Right.
Makes it interesting.
That one's one of my favorite
Yeah.
ones.
That was the one we talked about last, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we talked about with the Mariah Carey one.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
Stupid.
spicy.
It was like, do you remember her New Year's Eve performance? She just got on there and
Yeah.
she was like,
Oh.
I can't see the words, y'all. And she's just like walking
She
around.
said like it was unsynced in her ear.
Yeah.
She was just
Yeah.
kind of, yeah.
Oh, man.
Meanwhile, all the dancers
That it
are
was just a
nailing
giant,
it
like,
with the
troll
same, the
job.
same deal.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they were killing.
They
The
were
dancers
killing
were
it.
killing it. So
Yeah.
like, I'm not losing my fucking job
Yeah.
today.
Right.
But
So what's the conspiracy theory?
just
That it
that
was
she
planned
did it for views
for
to promote
publicity.
her show
Really?
Mariah's World.
Yeah. Because I mean,
It's pretty humiliating.
well, so many
though.
people were talking. I mean, that's the thing.
That's
like,
a high.
That
That's like
is
you're
interesting.
giving her a lot of credit.
Or somebody
Or her people.
sabotaged her. Not even her people. Somebody sabotaged that situation
To make it
to
spicier.
have it be like a.
Without her knowledge.
It could have been either.
Possibly.
It could have been with her knowledge or without. But regardless, for the better of the show doing well.
Or even like the Oscars stuff. Like I feel like that's a thing that people would consider. Like
I
let's
think you're right.
intentionally fuck shit up
Yeah.
to get
To
people,
get people
talking
talking about it.
I mean, at this point, that does make sense.
Yeah.
To me, yeah.
You kind of have to be wary because I feel like
I
that
don't believe you. Can't not believe anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Trust nobody, especially Mariah Carey.
That's good. That's a
But
good
what's
rule
like
to
the
live by.
serious
So
shit? What's like?
ridiculous.
Is there any that you guys are kind of into that it's like reality twisting shit,
Uh,
9/11 shit?
Oh man. I mean, I'm way too far down most of those rabbit holes to be like a functioning normal person.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't.
She
like,
loves
some
ancient
of it's
aliens. She
Scary.
watches a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
ancient
I'm
aliens.
fascinated by UFO stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched a documentary on Netflix. I've frankly never been convinced on the UFO thing. I'd like to believe it.
Boy, what
The UFO
fuck?
thing. What does that
Are
mean?
you not convinced on UFOs?
I don't-
The
I
fact that they
no, I
exist or
don't.
they've
I don't-
been seen.
No,
This
I don't
boy
believe.
trying to argue with the
Let's
Virgo.
go. No, let's go. I'm like, I love it. I want to believe. I don't believe that aliens visit Earth. I don't believe that. Or at least
Oh, that's interesting.
at least I've never seen compelling evidence to support it. Because like, you always have this super low quality. Why is every footage of an alien? Where's the HD shit? Where's the 4K shit?
I mean,
Right?
Sure.
I
Where
we
where
were
the 4K at?
we were on the roof of Target
Oh yeah, that was a huge
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
I remember that.
That was HD.
That
That was
HD.
some HD UFO
That was a
shit.
Trident 2
Wait,
missile.
What
did that
was
ever?
that?
Yeah, hold on. Wasn't that debunked?
They said
Trident
it was
2
a
missile.
missile test.
Okay, that was spicy hot. Though.
It's pretty
I-
spicy, especially if you're going to do that overlay. Like,
Oops, we just flew a missile over the second largest city in the United
So you're
States.
skeptical.
Tee-hee, we're the
Without-
military.
without telling anyone before.
Yeah, I feel like that was like a show of arms or something.
Uh,
Yeah.
And I was pushing the propaganda because they were trying to flex, and they knew some kid out there was going to be there with a camera, and I was. And then it gets a bunch of views
Conspiracy
online. And
I loved that you guys were at the center of that. I remember
Yeah.
seeing that on Reddit on the front page, and they're like, "All right, UFOs exist, guys. We did it."
That
And
was
then I was
like,
like, "What is you guys'
Yeah.
video?"
and that was like right when we started watching your guys' videos. That we're wearing our hats like you,
Yeah,
like over
I
here.
remember
yeah, that was such.
that's
yeah.
true. That's true.
How about that, huh?
Yeah. Full circle.
So what? I mean, okay. What? Like, give me the deets. Convert me.
So
Is that a tall order?
I mean, I don't do it justice, but just fucking watch Ancient Aliens, man.
Oh, is
Like
that like
some
a
of it's
his-
a little crazy, where you're like, okay,
A lot of it.
This
A lot
is
of it is crazy.
stretch.
Wait, this is like a History Channel show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Sounds
just like
sounds good already.
in a nutshell, though, like you're telling me that there's no chance, or you find no evidence of people or beings or anything beyond this earth. Like you are the tippy top of everything that came out of the universe. You and your consciousness. That's like,
Well,
what the fuck?
it's not that crazy. I mean,
But that's not what you believe,
First
right?
of all-
You don't think that
But if you
humans
don't
are
think
like
that
Okay.
aliens exist, you're saying
No, I
that
believe
by
that
being
there
a
is
conscious human
somewhere.
being, you are at the top
Yeah.
of that.
I believe that other life exists, a lot of it, throughout the universe.
Okay.
The fact that we exist on Earth, and it happened like relatively quick in the Earth's evolution, right? It makes it seem likely to me, or almost like inevitable, that it's somewhere else. But the question of if they are visiting the Earth, that's what I'm skeptical
But what about the thought of like them visiting without anyone ever knowing? Like surveilling, like
Sure.
So yeah,
I think that if they did, they would do that.
Yeah.
What do you think they're doing? It's like a Star Trek meme. They're just like checking at us out.
Well, I mean,
What can I
there's
talk?
lots of theories about that, but that they basically created the Earth. Like
They created the Earth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Terra,
that's
is it
deep in the
called
hole.
Terraforming?
That one.
Terraforming
Yeah.
is where you take a planet and you turn it into what you want it to be,
Right,
basically.
right.
And then they put the moon where it is sort of a perfect gravitational pull, for like water and ocean and
But-
life to exist. It's really cool. So your boy Elon Musk, you
Yeah.
love Elon
Big
Musk,
fan.
right?
You know I
He
suck his
believes
dick
that
every week.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
do your
he's the
thing.
god. Yeah.
But he believes that we're in like a simulation.
Yeah, I love it.
So, like, if there's higher beings or other aliens or something
Right.
that created people, or for some, I don't know, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you could basically be in a simulation, but that would require other beings to exist.
to have created.
Oh
that.
yeah. Definitely.
You boys
and the,
with me.
And the simu.
Why
yeah,
aren't
but,
you on
okay,
this train
it's a
yet?
thought
Why
experiment.
aren't you on this
though.
train yet?
It's a thought experiment.
It doesn't have to, like, be real. You don't have to buy into it, but, like, entertain the idea.
No, I love the idea.
Yeah,
But
I
where-
think he does.
Yeah, I
think
love
he's
the idea. I
arguing
wanna
that there's
believe it.
no
But
like
he-
evidence.
Do
He's
I-
terrified of AI.
Yeah, I love that.
Are you that way too?
Well, I've always thought that people are too cautious about the future of AI. But Elon's someone I respect a lot and trust his opinion. So it alarms me. I mean, I love the discussion. It alarms me to see him so worried about AI. But I've always thought, like, it's so sci-fi, right? Like these killer robots. It just seems so far-fetched.
I don't think it would start as, like, a physical, like, we're
Yeah,
going to
it's-
kill you.
Yeah.
It would start as in, like, writing its own code and
Yeah,
making its
exactly.
own language
Yeah.
and then finding out a way to
Communicate.
create laws to protect themselves and fuck us.
Yeah.
Or, like, even if you made something that was ethically driven, now all of a sudden you've taken all of the personal aspect out of being a human being and they're like, here's what's right for you.
Right.
You can only do what's right and wrong, you know?
It seems more likely that it would start from some cyborg shit of like people start mingling with computers.
Do you see those fucking
like-
chips that they want to implant in
it's like
people
Black
and
Mirror.
shit? I hate that
no,
stuff.
I haven't.
You guys
God,
watch Black
no,
Mirror?
I would never
Yeah,
do that.
I hate it.
There
It's
was
so
this
depressing.
What if you have
Yeah,
to,
I
though?
gnarly.
There's way, but first of all, I hate Black Mirror. It's way too depressing.
Yeah. It's too
I
real.
fucking hate that
So
show.
depressing.
There's this one episode
Yeah.
where I was like, dude, I'm never watching.
This one episode about a couple where the guy dies.
Yeah.
You know that
Yeah,
one?
and then
fucked
they
up.
get the doll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so
no,
sad.
they fuck you up. Dude.
I was like, dude, I'm here to chill. I'm not here to have existential dread.
No,
Julian had
that's
to take a break after that.
Yeah.
I stopped watching it. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm not
we-
watching this
well,
shit anymore.
Netflix
I'm gonna put on-
autoplays, and Jenna was like, "All right, we'll watch the next one." I'm like, "What? No,
No
I need to
more. Yeah.
I need to go to therapy now. Like, talk about this."
There's
This is-
also that crazy one where he's like in the house trip,
Oh,
in
the
house.
horror
yeah,
one.
the
video
house.
game
Horror
one.
one.
Yeah, it's a video
that one
game
was great. The end kind of was like a little hokey pokey, wasn't it?
Where he-
Because it was
the whole
like
thing
3
happened
different
in a
ends.
second?
It was
Yeah,
like
it was
there was
like-
one end and within
and it
another.
wakes
Like a
up and-
dream.
It was just
Dreaming
gnarly
a
to
dream,
think
yeah.
that like his mom, spoilers, his mom calling his phone, right, is what
Yeah.
killed him.
That
I
was
guess
what-
is what we're led to believe, because he didn't put his phone in the tray like he was supposed to, and the phone set off some sort of, I don't know.
You know
Right.
what? I don't remember.
Yeah, he didn't listen to them.
He didn't listen to
when they
them, and it
said-
ended up fucking him. But that one really was
It was
gnarly.
a mind bender.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about UFOs.
Okay.
Where was I?
Uh, Elon Musk.
Oh yeah. So
By
I
the
think
way, a reason you should be worried about AIs is our own experience with the YouTube algorithm.
Oh, shit.
Fuck that algorithm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a really good example.
it is actually
It's
a
like
really good
you
example.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
our video, or my video talking about our car accident has been like demonetized.
Because
Right.
it's like
Right,
traumatic.
exactly.
That's-
But that's AI being like, it's all very black and white.
Yeah.
you
It's
know?
it takes the human
Right.
aspect out of it, and they're like, this video is it's just a cold analysis of data.
Right. But now you apply that to like law or medicine or,
Right.
things like that, and we're fucked, man.
No, I agree. I agree. It's scary, but I always thought if you're creating an actual artificial intelligence, the programming itself, just by its very nature, you can program in restrictions to the AI.
In theory.
Or
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
expecting it
I
to
mean,
listen.
you know,
You're expecting it to follow.
it has to by the very law of its existence,
But
right?
they're like all the algorithms are like self-teaching. So
Yeah, but
there
they're-
comes a point where you're not even following what kind of rules they made for themselves.
Because the algorithm that you built might be different than the algorithm it's become.
Yeah.
Well, that's one aspect because I'm sure there's like self-learning algorithm, and then there's like hard-coded, you
Yeah.
don't do shit. But this is, I mean, the YouTube comparison is really good because they told us that they have an algorithm that controls which content gets the most watch time. That's all they care about is watch time.
Sick.
And they don't even know what the algorithm is doing.
That's
Right.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Great.
They're always catching up
Amazing.
and trying
To
to
the computer.
understand what the
Yeah.
algorithm is doing.
I mean, that's crazy.
It is.
So they're almost not even in control. Like sometimes they'll sit down and evaluate like what it's assessed is good, and maybe they'll make tweaks to it if they're like, oh, maybe less Spider-Man Elsa, like
Yeah.
raping
Weird
kids or
shit.
whatever.
Yeah. What a weird thing that was, huh?
Yeah, man, the algorithm.
Is that gone now? Is that
Yeah,
that
they-
whole-
I think
so
it is.
it wasn't actually the algorithm loved it and everybody loved it, but they demonetized it, and so
But did it take like you guys exposing it,
I don't
or
know.
was
if
it
I
just
can-
kind of like,
I don't know,
over
but
time?
it definitely took a while.
yeah?
Yeah,
them
we were
to-
talking about that shit for a long time.
Yeah.
But
But,
they made a new monetization rule that says
Yeah.
you can't have cartoon characters, children characters doing violent or sexual
Hmm.
stuff. Although there's still some spicy shit out there, like Cinderella and some
Shit's
skimpy
gross.
outfits, my friends.
Shit's fucking gross.
I mean, that shit would work very close to working on Pornhub, some of the stuff I've seen Cinderella do on YouTube. Let me tell you right now. And I've watched a lot of it for research only.
Research science.
Yeah,
Yeah.
purely
That's
research.
fucked.
The Bradberries, man. You
Man,
guys follow that whole thing?
Is he?
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
ba-
follow him, but
You should.
Should I?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He is a UFO. He is an alien creature here on Earth.
Tight. Sick.
Um, I feel like I want to get back to that because I love that discussion about UFOs.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So you think it's possible that the Earth was created and the Moon was created because it's such a perfect, like they call it the Goldilocks zone, right? Where a planet is in perfect habitable space to a star.
Yeah. I mean, well, listen, I'm not like, this isn't something that I'm like, this is the end all be all.
Right.
But I think that the evidence is really interesting and compelling that I, like, if someday we found out that that was a real thing, I would be like, fuck yes.
Got him. That makes
You
sense.
know?
I mean, it does make sense in the same way that like intelligent design makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a nice explanation.
Yeah.
But there's lots of Earth-like planets they're finding now. They've got this new satellite called like Kepler or some shit that like is specifically for finding Earth-like planets. And they found like 50, 60, 70 that are Earth-like in the Goldilocks zone in our like neighborhood cluster. So there's a lot of them out there,
That's pretty
relatively
exciting.
nearby.
That's pretty exciting. We
That-
should go.
I mean,
We should go hang
we should
out.
go take a trip. It's only a matter of time, right?
One way
Before
trip.
life is like aliens are discovered.
But that's like the
Man,
whole
I hope
ancient
so.
alien theory is that they've like been here. The pyramids, there's like
Like,
tons
we're-
of
didn't
really
they
cool
figure
stuff
out the
about the
pyramids?
pyramids.
I thought they figured it out.
Who figured what out?
They understand how they're built. Like they figured it out.
I mean, maybe. I don't know that.
So as I understand it, they figured it out like 20 or 30 years ago.
How they made them?
Yeah. So, and it's really interesting. There's basically like on the interior of the pyramid, you have tunnels inside that skirt all the way up.
Mm.
So they drag the stones basically,
From the inside.
yeah, from the inside,
And
Very
are
cool.
those accessible now?
and they
Like the
cover. I
inside?
think they covered them up on the way out.
See, in ancient alien theory, they say that those are like basically power beams.
Right.
They're perfectly aligned with the constellation Orion,
Hmm.
and there's a bunch of other ones like Teotihuacan in Mexico or whatever. It's built like a computer chip,
Hmm.
and there's a lot of theories that they're like running power through it, like it's some power source.
Huh.
It's fucking sick. So maybe they figured out how they made the pyramids, but do they know why they're shaped like that or what they do?
I mean, probably has to do with astrology, or like because well, back in the day. All right, yeah. Let me rebut. I
Okay.
don't know if I'm taking this too seriously.
Oh no, I'm living right now. This is
It's all
great.
in good fun.
So back in the day, clearly the stars were way more important,
Mhm.
and there was no electricity. Therefore, the sky was like when you go camping and there's no light pollution and you see the sky, it's like mind blowing for us. That was what they used to see every night.
That's what you would think. But according to ancient alien theory, they already had spaceships and things. There's evidence
would
of
be
like
dope.
nuclear blasts
How is there not
from
like?
forever ago. How is there nuclear bombs when it's like
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What's that? What's the theory there?
See, I can't do it justice because I
I'm
got a
catching
D in
up.
history
Okay.
one semester. I'm like bad at remembering dates and names and places
Right,
and things.
okay.
I'm
Me too.
serious.
Anyway,
But-
I love it. It's. I want all this shit to be true.
An ancient nuclear blast? Explain that if
Sounds
there are
like
no
Scientology.
aliens. Oh my god.
Don't they believe that? Like there's like a never-ending nuclear volcano that spirits get thrown
I
into.
honestly have no idea what any of Scientology.
Have you
believes in,
watched
'cause
any
it
ancient aliens
scares
at
the
all?
fuck out of me.
I've never
You're
Actually,
seen it.
not.
A lot of it's like she said. It's a lot of it's reaching, but there are a few episodes that they come along. And you're like, that's really interesting. I want
I
to
feel like every
learn
time
more about that.
I watch stuff about aliens, it's always the same. Like people live in some
I mean,
middle of America, and
Yeah.
they're like, everyone in the city have seen it. There's so much evidence, and then
Yeah.
you see one video that's super blurry.
Yeah.
a word's still like, okay, just tell me this. We got a big, beautiful, round Earth with billions of inhabitants. Where's just one piece of like titanium alloy off a spaceship or nuclear bomb?
It's in Area 51.
The government is
it's
hiding
in
it.
Roswell.
See, that's a whole nother.
The government
That's
is
a whole
hiding
nother
it
can of
from
worms.
you.
That's why you
Explains
can't go
it.
there.
Explains it. All right.
But Jimmy Kimmel said that now that Trump is president, there's no way he would have kept any secret, so we would have known if they were hiding something.
That's
And-
actually such a great bit.
Like, because he would have blown it.
Yeah, he would have talked
He would have
about it
tweeted
already.
about it
Yeah,
already.
he would have tweeted about it.
Although in this
I mean,
UFO
I
documentary I was
don't know.
watching, they were saying the president isn't
Even-
savvy.
Right.
See that he's just like the
That's
puppet
possible.
or whatever, right?
Right,
This is
yeah.
like this is
Or he's
dark.
on, it's a need to know.
Yeah.
And he don't need to
he
know.
don't need to know.
This is dark when you said
Let's
some
go.
of the like real life ones. There is a theory that JFK was murdered or
Mhm.
assassinated because he found out about some of the alien evidence
Mm.
and really wanted to inform the public,
Mm.
and he was assassinated. It was on in the most recent season of Ancient Aliens. They did an episode that addressed it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I don't believe in many conspiracy theories, but JFK was definitely fucking murdered.
Well, yeah.
But some
But
people
why?
still doubt that.
Yeah,
Or I mean like conspiratorially.
Yeah,
Obviously
yeah.
he was murdered, but
yeah.
for purposes.
No, that one's definitely interesting.
That one's just weird and wild.
I don't know why would it be such a secret that no one
About JFK?
that the government is hiding so much. Like, why wouldn't they give you like
Yeah.
a little piece of information, but you don't know the whole story?
Well, trying to strip the people of their power, maybe.
Well, I
Wha-
think also maybe to avoid like mass chaos. Like in that episode, I love how I base everything that I know or care about off of Ancient
Yeah, I need
Aliens
to
and
catch up
Giorgio
on that
Tsoukalos. But they alluded to like some radio show in like the 60s or 70s that was just like a short story basically about aliens, and people thought it was real and started fucking panicking.
Wait, are you talking about the War of the Worlds?
I don't know.
When
remember.
what's his name? Orson Welles did the radio read?
Something like that. And people started freaking the fuck out.
Right.
And so, like, if you let this be public information, this fucks with everyone's,
Well,
like,
to be
religion.
fair-
You're like, okay, Jesus is coming back. He's going to come down and save us all. And you're like, wait,
Yeah.
Jesus is a fucking alien?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like,
Like,
Jesus
that
is
fucks with
definitely an
people.
alien. And
You
he lives
know?
on a way cooler planet. Or that's like in the Bible.
But it would, in theory, maybe cause mass
Yeah,
panic.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, that Orson Welles one, he was reading War of the Worlds, and he was saying there's giant aliens blowing up shit.
Jesus. Then he's saying that someone just donated $1,000.
Why?
Why?
All right, hold on. Wow.
I couldn't ignore that. I was like, what?
We'll talk about that, I guess, afterwards.
Okay.
I don't want to derail the
Just
conversation,
had
but
to
why?
read that
Thank
out
you,
loud.
but I'm confused.
Wow.
Thank
Oh my
you.
God.
You can spend that somewhere else, you know.
I'm gonna have to spend it on buying the first several seasons of this show you're talking about. Yeah,
Ancient
Aliens.
aliens.
What was I gonna say? The JFK stuff is weird because he wasn't just assassinated, his whole fucking family. Like, but all of his brothers were taken out. They like killed off the whole
Do you
family.
think Tupac knew about aliens?
Yeah, Tupac was an alien.
Is that why he was?
I've never heard that one. I'm
Tupac was
here for
an
that shit. If Tupac was
you say
or
that, or
is
is that
an
a theory?
alien,
I'm gonna
hell
I'm sure
yeah.
there's someone out there.
Yeah.
who
I'm gonna
believes
start
that.
my own
Yeah.
conspiracy.
Especially-
There's someone writing a
With the hologram
dissertation about it
afterwards.
right now.
Absolutely. The evidence is out there if you're
Yeah.
brave enough to look.
The hologram, too, of Tupac adds to that theory.
It was
maybe.
him.
Yeah.
It was just
Maybe.
him.
Maybe.
Would that be the best?
He's always been a hologram.
They said it was a hologram. Oh, he was always a
Or he
hologram.
was able to take the form of one when he wanted.
Huh.
We're creating a theory right now, I think.
I think we're giving that technology too much credit.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Cool.
What's
Why someone give us milk? Cool.
Everyone that logged onto this is like, what the fuck is this shit?
What else, man? How do you move on past this? I just want to talk about this more.
It's pretty great.
It's funny how much we talk about it for two people who don't believe in anything.
I
It's like-
desperately want to believe.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
there's
it's
nothing
intriguing.
cooler than aliens being out there and coming and visiting. But here's another question, like to kind of counter the whole point on a high level. Why would aliens want anything to do with this shithole? Like, if they have the technology to travel interstellar space, like, what's so interesting about Earth? Like, clearly they're one of many intelligent forms of life. So, what's so special about Earth?
Well, the terraforming theory is that,
Well, yeah,
you know,
that's-
like
that's
we're
one
like
theory.
a project.
Yeah,
They
that's
wanna
one
check
theory
on
is
us.
that
Okay,
we
interesting.
existed and they come hang out and check on us. But
So
another
we're their
theory is
social
that
experiment.
we are their like children.
Or they know that we're the most primitive species that they have discovered, so they can check on us, so they do.
Just scientific.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
it's hard.
maybe they have the advancements to just like stop by and just check it out and be like, oh, the troglodytes on Earth are still just being idiots.
The
Or-
troglodytes. It's the Joey Salads alien race of social experimenters. Yeah, I guess.
It's cool to think about.
It is. No, I love
Pretty
it.
fun.
I love it. Well, pretty soon, I mean, we've got shit in space that we sent out there that's outside of our solar system now. Some thing we launched in like the 50s. It's this furthest known thing we've sent out
Where
into
is it?
space. It's like just past Pluto and exited the entire solar system.
Aw, R.I.P.
And then there's no,
Pluto.
like, how is that connected to anything? Is there any way to, does NASA have,
So yeah,
tabs on
they get like it's so far away that it takes like 3 days to communicate. So it's basically 3 light days away. now.
Wow.
you guys saw Interstellar?
I love it.
yeah.
Great movie.
Freaking loved it, dude.
When they're on that planet and like an hour is like what, 10
So
years?
sick.
So cool.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
I love X-Files too. So
Oh,
Do-do-do.
hell yeah.
Truth is out there. Bye.
That show
I
used to
want to
scare
believe.
the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's
Like,
spooky.
terrified. So scared.
I love it.
I just wanted them to fuck, honestly.
They
I
never
just
we
wanted
will.
all,
them to fuck.
in real life and on the show. Bring it back.
Man, if that show existed during the age of the internet, Mulder
my
and Scully
God.
porn would have been like number one.
Yeah, fan fiction.
Fan
everywhere.
fiction, yeah.
But sadly,
Honestly, there's probably fan fiction right now that people are currently writing.
they're catching up. Yeah, they're catching up for lost time.
Yeah, the show actually had like a second wave of like, I feel like it's in now.
Came back.
Yeah.
Well, they brought back a new season, didn't they?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I
Like
don't
last
know.
year? Nobody. Fuck it. Great show.
I just
fuck it.
rewatched the old ones.
So, I don't know how we segue off this topic. I find it interesting that when you post your YouTube videos, you don't make custom thumbnails, right?
No.
You're probably the biggest creator and one of the few people who do that. I love it.
Well, there was a hot second where Julian was like, "I can help you make a thumbnail," because I always just let it like generate one, and then if there's like all where my eyes are closed or something's weird, I'll make one. But no, it's not like the title and stuff on there.
You'll just pick a screenshot. That's as far as you'll go.
But there was a hot second where Julian was like, "I'll help you make a thumbnail." And it's just like this like span of videos where it's
Right.
just like
The
thumbnail.
the
I'm like,
thumbnail phase.
Julian, I really appreciate this, but like I think it's too much.
Did it work?
I don't think it made any difference.
I don't think-
I was
yeah.
just like, hey, I'll help. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at
What's
this
your
point-
theory on that? Do you
On
have a theory? Yeah,
thumbnails?
like
Well, I mean, I think obviously it helps. Like if you're starting to grow your channel or you want to grow your channel, it does make a difference. And that's part of the, issue now is people, it's like saturated and it takes a long time to get to a point where people can see you. Like, in the past it was like once someone sees your videos or knows who you are, you have an easier time. It was like more democratized. But now there is that like barrier to entry even on a democratized platform.
yeah.
And I do think that they help people get noticed in a sea of fucking crap.
The
The
more
thumbnails.
clickbaity
Yeah.
thumbnails.
Not even clickbaity, but like
Just a good
putting some
design.
effort into
Right,
them.
right.
I just don't do it because I don't fucking want to.
Oh, it's really interesting.
I still don't
that-
want to like spoil the video in the thumbnail. I hate that.
Right.
Like when someone's doing
Yeah.
something ridiculous and you want to watch it and see it, but then you already see what they fucking did in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like there's no element of surprise. I have no reason to watch it when I already saw what you did.
Right.
You know?
I'm usually the one making the thumbnails, and it's so stressful. It's like,
Yeah, the titles too.
yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
you work all week on this video, and you're like, "Fuck! I have to actually title this
Yeah.
thing."
Like you
Which
just,
could make or break
yeah,
how it does.
You
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
want to upload it already by the time you're done, and then only we start thinking about the thumbnail. It's like, oh god, this whole thing.
You've gotten good at the thumbnail game, though. You
I
got
do it
some
pretty
good-
fast
You got some
now.
game, bye.
Bye.
But like, I find your approach interesting because I almost feel like it's more effective because the thumbnails on YouTube have gotten to a point where they're just so outrageous.
It's also what people have come to expect from
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always say this, but like, if you line up 10 YouTubers in a room and ask them like their advice of what to do, they'd all tell you 10 different things. Like there's a lot of different ways to navigate this space.
Right.
And this is just the way that I've chosen where it's like, I don't want to clickbait you. I don't want to, thumbnail. I don't want it to be crazy. I don't want you to be like, oh my God. I want you to know that this is like a real thing, you
Right.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a level of authenticity to it.
Yeah, most
which is
definitely.
why I'm not trying to rope you in. Like, I've been
Yeah.
around for a while. I'm fucking 30. Like you're
Yeah.
either here right now or you're not, you know? So
I think it's all just a reflection of the person who does it. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer.
yeah.
But I do think it's kind of appealing. Just like, oh, here I am. Here's my video.
Mhm.
Anyway, let's take a quick, brief break to go to the bathroom. You guys want some water, some coffee?
Okay.
You
Just
good?
chug this.
Yeah, hit that.
Yeah.
It's like 90 degrees in here. Actually, it's not that bad, but it's probably
They're
miserable out
probably
there.
dying out
It's not
there.
out there.
So we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to thank our sponsors. You guys do MeUndies, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love me undies.
The softest underwear on the planet or universe, in that matter. Aliens came to this earth and they created it for one purpose: to bring us to the pinnacle of our existence and to create MeUndies. Because they are soft and they are luxurious. You want to look good in your underwear and be comfortable, right? But that perfect balance is hard to find. Don't sacrifice style or comfort. Check out MeUndies.com/H3 and find the best pair of underwear in the world.
They are truly the softest.
In the universe. Oh my, yeah. Just put that up to the mic. Let me hear it. Get
I was
that back.
checking your Twitch.
Let's see here. Now this underwear, if you're doubting me, is so soft. It's 3 times softer than cotton. It's called modal, right?
Micromodal
modal.
fabric.
Micromodal.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if you've never rubbed sweet modal on your skin or your jewels or your ladies,
Your ladies?
I'm telling you,
type of
give it a rub. Give it a rub. Not in
you
like a sexual.
nasty.
Not in like a sexual way. I mean, just like walking. You know.
Yeah.
It's a rubbing. So if you go to MeUndies,
Oh my God.
that's not associated with the product at all.
Type that.
Clearly,
Me on
that's
this
just-
cough.
Go to
Slash.
MeUndies Right now, MeUndies has an exclusive offer just for our listeners. Get 20% off your first pair and free shipping. Kabish? MeUndies is so sure you'll love their underwear, they even offer 100% satisfaction guarantee. You order a pair, and if you don't love it, you get a full refund. That's a great deal. It's pretty much no risk. You get to rub your junk on some soft material. If you don't like it, send it back. No, you keep it. I don't think you send it back. They used to do that.
Yeah, you don't
Did
need
you know
to
that?
send it back.
Underwear?
They used to take returns on the underwear.
And then
I'm
they
done
stopped.
with this one. Can you have it back?
Like, what do you do with that?
I'm done. So they stopped.
Burn
doing
them?
Yeah, they stopped
it.
doing it.
Smart.
Yeah. Straight into the furnace.
Burn.
But now you get to keep them, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's a no-brainer, guys. 20% off, free shipping, 100% satisfaction guaranteeing. What are you waiting for? Get 20% off, free shipping. You go to MeUndies.com/H3. That's MeUndies.com/H3. Thank you so much to them. And next, you guys play card games? Like Hearthstone?
Oh,
Or
fuck
Jenna
yeah.
plays Hearthstone.
I love Hearthstone.
I'm not,
Bethesda.
not huge on that.
Bethesda has a card game. That's the next spot
I've
here.
played it.
Have you played it?
It's like
fun.
Elder Scrolls with
Yeah.
cards,
Yeah.
but Hearthstone.
Actually, like
Wait,
it.
that's your sponsor?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
our
Oh,
sponsor.
shit.
What
cool.
the fuck?
Okay, I finally logged in.
Okay.
That's what I was doing the whole time.
Holy fuck. Hi, Ethan. Just a small donation. Oh, it's a company. Omazi?
Huh.
I don't know what they do. It'd be great if you could check it out. We'd love to have you on board. Okay, Omazi, you got my attention. Keep it coming, baby. You got my beat wet. So some company named Omazi just gave us $1,000. Thank you to them. I'll definitely check my email. Jesus. So we have Bethesda to thank, who makes the Elder Scroll Legends. You guys are really, you're playing a card game.
Yeah, we are.
In real life. It's free to play. It's awesome. I really like it. I think it's an exciting change from the other games in the market. It's got different rules. It's exciting. The coolest thing is that you can play it on your tablet, your phone, your computer, and if you disconnect, you could switch. You can go on your other one. Dope.
I want to try it out now.
It's really
I
fun.
have it
called?
on my phone.
It's called Legends
Elder
of Elder
Scrolls.
Scrolls.
Oh.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls
Alright.
Legends. Well, there's a semicolon in there.
So,
Um, What?
yeah, that semicolon.
Yeah,
I don't remember where.
It's in there
It's
somewhere.
like
Just type those combination of words. Elder Scrolls Legends Bethesda. They have frequent updates. They've got this thing called lane systems. So you've got 2 different lanes, which is very different than other card games. Adds to more strategic play. I think it's more honestly, I think it's more polished and fun to play than the other ones. I've had a lot of fun playing it. I've been playing it nonstop. Hila hates me. I don't spend time with her anymore.
Because when he's playing it, it's so dead. It's like there's no one to talk
Mind
to.
your own business, dude. Let's play the card game. The metagame's always changing. I recommend it. It's free, guys. Just give it a shot. These guys are the best. It's Bethesda, for Christ's sake. I mean, have they ever steered you wrong? Don't answer that.
That's a good point.
They haven't for me. They have a story mode, PvE. They've got this thing, this PvE arena. So you don't have to play against each other. Anyway, go to Bethesda.net, open your account. Appreciate you.
And lastly, our merch.
Oh, yeah. We've got our own merch now. H3H3shop.com. I feel bad you guys are sitting
Matter
there
of
after
law.
watching this.
Oh, no, it's fine. At least I'm not having to read the sponsor,
Okay,
so it's
all
kind
right.
of nice.
Right.
Yeah, you guys do that. You know how it is.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think?
Turn a little to the side.
Hell yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
fuck it up, Ethan. Holy shit.
H3H3shop.com.
Oh, that's
Oh,
beautiful.
This
shit.
sponsor comes directly from us. Fupa endorsed. and test.
Oh, what the? Look at that shit.
This is just
Holy
one of
shit.
many. Okay, is there a shirt on the screen? Can I get?
Um,
There's other great samples here. Yeah, take pictures, bud. Eat it up.
Fuck
Take
it
a
up,
picture.
Ethan.
We'll
Fuck
last
it
you
up.
longer.
That's nice.
H3shop.com. It's our own merch. It supports us. Welcome back, guys, to the H3 podcast here with Jenna Marbles and Julien Solomita. What kind of last name is that?
Italian.
Oh, okay,
that's nice.
cool. Let's move on to the next topic.
Good talk.
Italian. You got some Italian blood?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Italian food?
Italian food. I like Italian food. Grew up eating a fair bit of it.
How much Italian are you?
Half. My dad's Italian.
Nice.
Dope.
It's great. Yeah, it's a great discussion, but yeah.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It's so fun to be Italian. I feel like it's like, ooh, Italian.
Yeah.
Hey, forget about it. That's actually
Like-
not Italian.
Is that? No.
It could be.
Israel, it's like,
I think an Italian person once said that, probably.
It's been said before.
Maybe.
This is the worst conversation we've ever had. Israelis are like Italians, but
not.
not elegant. I mean, yeah, just not really. They are, though. They have that, like, swagger,
I guess.
right?
Hila has fucking swag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got swag for days.
Fuck yeah.
Thank
So
you.
we are going to take some call-ins, okay? Somebody here, we've got Arson on the line who's got a comment about the flippin' conspiracy theory. So let's see. Arson, what up, Pimp Nation? Did it work? All right. Obviously, this is new to all of us. Move to H3 Podcast. Arson, what up, Pimp Nation?
What up, Ethan?
Cannot hear him, Dan. Oh, my God. Yeah, don't compliment. Oh, hello?
Oh,
What's up?
Hey, dude. How you doing? You got a question about space travel or aliens? What's up?
Yeah, no, it's, JFK. You guys were talking about JFK
Yeah.
briefly. Basically, you're talking about how he did all this stuff, then he got assassinated, and that's insane. He made a speech about secret society right before he got assassinated, and there's like a full video where you can watch and listen to the speech. It's incredible. But I had a quote and a question, if you didn't mind. I don't know how much time I get.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the quote's basically, he precedes it by saying the secrecy is a huge threat to public information. So the quote goes, the very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are as a people inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceeding. And that was pretty much right before he got his head blown off.
That is kind of
It's crazy.
interesting, like
That's
at
crazy.
the
Yeah,
timing
whole
on that.
speech, he hints
Also,
at
why
it,
would a president
and-
even give a speech about secrecy? Like,
Yeah, man, it came out of nowhere. I mean, obviously, they think he got killed because he opposed the Federal Reserve, but there's a lot more to it. And he used the word secret society very clearly. It's very interesting.
It's a
Okay.
surprise it wasn't like talked about more at the time, right? I mean, I don't know if it was, but if that was a conspiracy at the time.
I feel like that would raise more flags. Like,
Yeah.
dude gives a
Speech
speech about, like,
speech,
man, these secret guys.
and then gets killed. I mean, it
Can,
seems
pretty
can we fact check
wild.
that? Can you look up this secret? Try to find that speech.
you want me to
Actually,
fact
why
check?
am I? You can even put it on the TV. Dan, can you do some research out there? Hook a brother up with some secret shit, all right? I thought you were hooked up to the TV. Sorry.
Oh, no, I'm not.
What else we got here? Someone else had a question about space memes.
Wait, so did he also want to ask a question,
Yeah.
or did we cut him off?
Where's this
He's
question?
He's gone?
Oh. Well, I mean, what's interesting about
We
that,
can bring him back.
I would love to hear his question.
Yeah.
yeah.
But so he was saying that secrecy is against like our democratic
Oh, my bad.
society. Oh, he's here.
Yeah, hold on one sec.
Sorry, I got dragged out.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Jenna.
Oh no, that so if you buy into the Shakespeare, Francis Bacon theory, he basically did it with the intention of bringing language and culture to Europe so that they could colonize America as a Masonic Rosicrucian society.
Wow.
So it basically was built on a level of secretness.
Right.
So maybe it's not really true that the United States was built on secrecy being against the law, because some people think it's very much part of our culture. But that's if you buy into that theory.
Well, I don't understand the whole Masons thing either. What's the deal with the
Oh, that shit is a
Masons?
hole. That is a rabbit hole.
Because that is an actual secret society that exists, and members are in it.
Mhm.
But it could just be a bunch of dudes like in their underwear drinking beer, right?
You
I
don't know unless
guess.
you're in it.
Yeah, you don't know unless
Yeah.
you're in it. And then you have like the Bohemian Garden. You follow that? All that?
No, I've never heard of
Really? That's the
What is that?
That's the weirdest one.
that. Ooh, okay.
This is one. Ela was friends with some dude in college, and his whole final project was like he remade the Bohemian Grove,
Bohemian Grove.
and it's actually a real thing. There was. Did you watch House of Cards?
Yeah.
There was a scene where he went to the Bohemian Grove.
Oh, in the
okay.
woods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like politicians and elite
All the
people that
strongest people in the
go.
world,
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah, there's like a
Oh, I've
blood
heard that under a
sacrifice
different
and
name.
fucking weird
They
shit, some
set-
orgy
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
So this is a real thing.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
year, the most powerful people in the United States or in the world, men only,
Mm-hmm.
interesting little fact, meet in a private woods in Yosemite, and they burn a giant wooden owl.
Tight.
It's basically a wild party.
Dope.
Yeah.
It's a wild party.
But in the show, they just depict it as a bunch of old farts, like taking pisses next to each other.
Yeah,
and-
talking about
Yeah.
politics.
Right.
But
That's
okay,
The
guys.
interesting.
fact that it exists, and like
Okay, guys.
presidents go there,
Yep.
no girls
It's
allowed.
it includes artists, musicians,
Just powerful
as well
people.
as many prominent business leaders, government officials, U.S. presidents.
Yeah, of course. They all go, man. It's a giant. They probably fuck like crazy there. Each other. Getting out all those desires.
How is it proven that it's been in Yosemite and why?
Oh, they know where it takes place
Oh.
and that it happens every year.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not a secret.
So what's to stop people from crashing it? I guess just
Oh,
security.
there's like insane security.
yeah.
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 We try it.
I got a drone.
You're an
my
outdoorsman,
God.
right? A drone?
Just kidding. It's a bad idea.
Sheesh. Let's test this conspiracy. Let's
Yeah.
see what happens.
That's crazy though.
So
Um,
wait, did you want to take his
Yeah, I got him in
question?
here. All right, let's take. So, Arson, what is your question? Yeah, how you doing, baby?
I was just kind of, I mean, yeah, they got, I mean, so they do all this stuff, and it's incredibly transparent, at least to most people that read about it. How far are they going to go? You know what I mean? Like, you can justify any conspiracy at this point because, or at least a little bit, because it's so obvious that these, like, happens step after step. Like, he makes this speech, he does all these things, and then he gets killed. His whole family gets killed, like you said. So that,
Yeah,
I guess the question is-
JFK, in my opinion, is one of the most overt examples of some conspiracy because it's just so heavy-handed. It's like
Yeah,
his whole
it's-
fucking
it's
family
unreal.
line got murdered, some Game of Thrones shit.
Yeah.
So, did you have a question?
Yeah, and that was basically it. Just how far are they? Like, how far would they go? It's incredibly. That's pretty much it. You hit every point.
Mm.
Cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate
you.
you.
Thank you.
guys.
God bless you. Papa bless you. All right. How
I can't
far
get
would
over
they
you
go?
guys can have phone
Isn't
calls.
it
This is
crazy?
amazing.
It's
we
like-
just set
legit
it up.
as
It's actually
fuck.
pretty
It's like
exciting.
This is so
magic.
fun.
So cool.
We were trying to think how can we set it up, so we're actually just using Discord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
What?
And then we have dudes outside screening calls.
And then if they like the call, they'll bring
If it sounds like a same, because you can't just bring random
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
and
Yeah,
that's
no,
just
yeah.
it'd be a mess.
yeah, it's a night. But we did have a call last week, and the connection was bad.
Yeah.
And there was like a 3-second delay, and it was bad. So it's
That
kind
sucks.
of imperfect.
It's in beta.
Yeah, it's beta. It's definitely in beta.
Yeah.
But it works. You
Yeah.
guys want to take another one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope. So how far are they going to take it? That sounds like the wording of that is like, how far are they going to take this shit?
Yeah.
How far are they going to take this shit?
Far as they can.
Yeah.
Who
I
are
guess
they?
we'll see. Yeah. Who are they?
Okay. It's not that elegant, like I said yet. So wait, hold on, Dan. Wait, we have 3 people in here? Jesus. I probably shouldn't be the one doing this. Okay.
Bagels.
Let's
they
see what
said.
Bagel Man's got going on. Bagel Man, talk to me. Tell me about yourself. Who are
Hey.
you and what do you do? And,
Hello.
hey, how's it going?
It's going great.
Good.
Nice afternoon.
Feels like he's right
I'm,
here.
Yeah, the sound quality is really good. It sounds like you're right in the room with us.
Well, yeah, I have a Blue Yeti, so that
Hey.
probably helps a little bit.
Oh yeah.
All
What's
right.
up?
I have, in what my opinion is, an absolutely fascinating question for you guys.
Dan, hit the
So,
fascinating button. Don't let me
yeah.
down, dude.
Let's have the fascinating button.
Fascinating.
Thank you.
fascinating.
There you go.
Fascinating.
Thank you.
Fascinating.
All right.
You're
chill
not
out.
joking.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. So if you were allowed to put any information about the human race on a plaque that goes on a new Voyager probe in the future or some equivalent of a Voyager probe, what would you put on that plaque for aliens to read.
Dab on them haters.
Dab. Logan Paul dabbing on the haters.
That's the safe answer, I
Oh my
think.
Thanks for your
God.
question,
Wow.
Bagel Man. Appreciate you. Let's discuss
Why?
that. So, what would you guys write for alien civilizations in the future?
So is
Beyond
it
dabbing.
one sentence about the human
Or
race?
information, data.
Oh, one piece of info.
Yeah.
Shit.
Just probably like some really nasty scat porn.
Yeah, just the URL.
Just one of us shitting in another person's mouth.
Oh my
Just
God.
because you know what? You remember that Stephen Hawking was like, we shouldn't be sending shit out into space because we don't know who's going to find it and come fuck with us.
Yeah,
Send one of us shitting in another one's mouth,
they
and they're
won't
going to
bother
be
us.
like, I'm moving to the next planet.
What if they're into it? They're all gonna
See
be.
that? See,
Yeah,
that's the other
come-
side of
they
the
think
coin.
we're
We
about
attract
it.
the weirdos of the galaxies,
Yeah.
That's
and
a
they
good
come.
point. You
Yeah.
scaring me.
Yeah, that's not good.
They're gonna dump shit from their aircraft.
These people like shit. I'm going to do them a favor. It's kind of a hard question to answer, seriously.
I would put some dumb shit.
Yeah,
I know
you have to put
I know
dumb
my
shit.
role. Well, I'm just dumb shit. I'd throw a picture of my hamster out there. Fuck
Yeah.
it all.
They're like, this is cute.
Yeah.
This is totally adorbs.
What would you put on?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, we did blast some shit into space, like, or Carl Sagan did that like 20
Yeah.
years ago. They put like E equals MC square. They put like prime numbers repeating to be like, hey, we know how to
You'd
do
think
math.
if they were
Yeah.
like in the universe finding that information, they'd be like, "Bitch, we fucking know this."
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't need to shoot a
What are
tin
you?
can
You
to
send me
us.
the
Yeah.
fucking Fibonacci sequence like
Yeah.
I'm some fucking dumb idiot. Thank
Right.
you for blessing me.
Right.
No, let's send them pictures of hamsters.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Like, yo,
pictures,
look what we got down here.
pictures of hamsters. and
Clearly, if you
cats,
could,
maybe.
yeah, clearly,
You all
if
want
you're,
some of this?
Yeah, that's true. Clearly, if you're capable enough to package a picture of a hamster into a tin can and shoot it across the universe, you know how to do prime numbers.
Yeah, probably.
Somewhere along the way.
Yeah, you
found
figure
this.
that out. Yeah, the system is flawed. All right, we got any more calls? Keep them coming, dude.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, we
quite
have
fun.
one more. We've got Monster Masha. Ooh, this sounds like
Those
trouble to
names.
me. Monster Masha, talk to me. Papa bless you. How you doing, dog?
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great, man. Where are you from?
I'm from England.
Nice.
It is my city.
God bless. It is your city. You got a question?
Yeah, this was for Jenna and Julian. I was wondering if two people that are taking in as much conspiracy theories as you guys, if you guys had come up with any theories of your own.
Ooh.
We have. We
Awesome.
have.
Hey, that's a great question. Thanks
Yeah,
for it, dude.
thank
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks for the
ya.
question.
Thank you.
Oh man, I mean, some of them I don't think I can say.
I want to
out
hear
loud.
those specifically.
No, maybe after the show. No.
That bad?
Not gonna
Wow.
say
You got
it.
anything, Julian?
Well, no, I mean, I know which one you're talking about.
Some of them are about you too.
Yeah, some are about you too.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like shit that it's hard to
It's
like.
tough to talk about
Yeah,
it.
some of the stuff
exactly.
is just feel dirty, and
You
you,
fe-
but
and you feel like you're shooting yourself in the foot a little bit.
Well, yeah, if you believe in the conspiracy,
you're one of the
and then
Yeah,
if you talk about it,
you're a dissenter.
yeah,
You can get marked as like a dissenter.
yeah. We don't want to get marked. Do you want to get marked?
No.
I don't want to be marked.
Yeah.
I've already been marked. I've been marked, demarked, and I think I'm marked again. I had to put someone's dick in my mouth at YouTube. They demarked me, but I need to kiss the ring again next month.
Yeah, I mean, to answer your question, I've come up with some, but they're mostly about like this space.
Right.
That
Mm-hmm.
probably shouldn't say in this
Do you know
space.
what? I think I know exactly what
Yeah.
you're saying, and I have the same thoughts.
Yeah.
And it feels dirty saying it,
Yeah.
but you know it's true.
I think we all can kind of gather the same vibe because we don't play the game,
right.
Mhm.
you know, like a lot of YouTubers do. So we're able to put together some pieces and
It's really not even a conspiracy, to be honest.
yeah,
Honestly,
you just
yeah.
don't really.
Okay,
See,
well,
now we're like those UFO people. There's so much evidence out there.
Well, they're
Like-
really.
no, I mean there is.
There is.
Okay, well let me put it this way. I don't know.
There is.
I'm going to say something that I know.
Oh shit!
Okay.
It's public information, and I think it says a lot.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that this applies to whatever you guys are talking about, but to me, it says a lot about how Google, as a company, Alphabet, is run. At Google, they have a chief. One of the highest-ranking officers there is the officer of diversity.
So what is their like? What are they in charge of?
Basically, just making sure that their employment base is like representative of all diverse people.
Okay.
But it just seems like a strange.
Like that's their job.
That's the sole. She's the officer of diversity. That's it. That's their whole job is to basically say, how many white people do I have? How many Asian people? How many black people do I have?
Title. Very odd.
And I don't know what they do, but that's just, I mean.
Because then you get to thinking, like, do they just fire white people because there's too many white people?
Or black people or Asians, anyone, or women or men. It's just a weird thing to think about.
But then you also think if Google does it and YouTube does it, other companies have to be doing it. Maybe.
Yeah. No, you're right. And the thing is, like, did you guys follow this whole Google memo fiasco?
Which one?
It blew up like a month ago where this dude, he wrote some paper, a memo that was passed around Google where he talked about some kind of gender role issue. And they were having like secret meetings.
Okay, yeah. Where he was like, this is why there's a wage gap and this is why women are typically like this or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, he was talking about that they were having secret diversity meetings. Usually they record their meetings. But in the case of these diversity meetings, they were not recording them because it's technically illegal to base hirings on things like race and gender, even if you're trying to like do the right thing or whatever. So he was just like, what is going on here? Anyway, he was fired. I don't know if you guys followed that whole story.
Only a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Where am I? We have got Lon Eck on deck to give us a question. What up, Lon Eck? Papa bless ya. What's up, Doug?
I got a question about space and stuff. Dude, I am so nervous right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good. What do you got for us? Let's talk about space.
I got a question about like space and stuff and colonization. If you ever
What was
get
that?
the opportunity to
Is everything okay out there?
I was calling a friend because he's super excited too.
Was that him screaming, "Oh my God," that you're on the show?
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Crazy right now. I'm sorry. I'm like starstruck.
Go ahead, dude. I'm loving it.
What the friend's like dying laughing.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Colonization.
If you were ever given the opportunity
Yeah.
to go out into space and colonize a planet with possibly no guarantee of coming back, would you?
You're talking about like the one-way ticket to Mars?
Yeah, like a possible one-way ticket. Yeah.
Cool.
It's like the Interstellar question.
Cool. Thanks for the question, Doug. Appreciate you very much.
No problem.
I know my answer. Fuck no.
Yeah, that's my answer
Fuck
too.
no. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's my answer very much.
Like, I don't even like leaving my house. I love my
I'll go to
dogs so
Mars.
much.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot not be with my dogs. Fuck no. R.I.P. on Earth. Here. Goodbye.
Ride it
no.
to the end. Ride or die.
Fuck no.
I could see myself in another life maybe doing it. But I also like the idea of other people doing it for me.
Yeah, right? Like being the
Go
one
for
who's
it.
doing the
Like
colonizing.
bring a camera.
I don't care.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. You put in the thumbnail. I'm on a new planet.
YouTube daily vlogs.
Yeah.
From Mars.
First person on Mars. Not even clickbait. In parentheses, not clickbait. What about you?
Pansexual.
I mean, it goes back to watching Interstellar. Like, because watching that movie.
Everything goes back to Interstellar.
Yeah. Well, it made that scenario a lot more like, okay, this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
And man, no way. No way.
Or there was one with Matt Damon. What was that one?
The Martian.
Damon.
Martian.
That's a great movie.
I thought it was probably pretty accurate representation,
Yeah.
right? of
Well, I
what
mean,
that would
it's
be
hard
like.
to know, but yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
It just feels like you have to be a very, very specific type of person
Yeah.
to want to do that with your life and death, because that's what
Yeah.
you're doing. You're signing your own.
That shit's not for me. I know my role. I fucking glue shit to my face, okay? I'm not here to, like, make the human race any better.
Right.
I'm here
yeah.
to distract you from the weird shit.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Fuck
And that's an
no.
important job you're doing here on Earth.
Hell yeah.
Would you do that, Ela?
No.
Word.
What scenario would,
So,
would
like,
make
I feel
you
like
say yes?
Yeah,
I feel
okay.
like it's cheesy to say, but probably if I wasn't in a relationship,
Yeah, that's one big
or
one.
if I like didn't have people I cared about, family or something,
You had less to lose.
then I would maybe
Yeah.
consider it.
Nothing
yeah.
to lose.
Yeah.
I guess more like I can see and understand the type of person who would want to do that.
Yeah.
Like like someone who would want to become a Navy SEAL, right? It's like
Yeah.
an adventure of a lifetime.
But
Someone
I
who
feel
wants
like
to make a mark on
Somewhere
history.
along the road, you're going to realize it's not an adventure, though, and then you die. Like
It is. It is.
You never. I mean, that's the thing.
Well,
it's like
so
it's one of those
unknown.
people that has like a higher
That's
purpose.
what an adventure is.
They're giving their life for the better or the good
Right.
of the human race.
Yeah, very
Which I am
specific
not
type
made of
person.
that cloth.
No, I am.
I don't have
I just
it,
want to play PUBG
okay?
and eat pizza, but I don't. My urge in life is to resist eating pizza. That's my challenge in life.
Yeah, that's what you wake
It's your
up to
burden.
That's my burden. That's my cross to bear.
do. Yeah.
But
By the way, Burbank is on fire, apparently.
what the
What?
fuck?
There's a fire in Burbank.
Burbank is on fire, and we're sitting here talking about Papa John's. What's the news?
What part
What?
of Bourbon? Oh
What?
my God!
Dan, can you get a headline and pipe it in
Yeah.
when you get it?
Is it like a wildfire or like a?
Is it
No,
just a
that's
straight
not-
up?
that's
It's that hot
fire.
out.
No,
Yeah.
it's probably like a power plant that burst up in flames. Like that was happening in the Inland Empire a couple days ago. Like the heat was turning off the power.
Maybe
That's
did we do something wrong, God?
I think we.
Are you mad at us?
Here, I linked you and the.
All right, let's get some updates on Burbank. Here, why don't you pipe it in, Dan? You got the mic?
I think it's.
I got the mic.
Hey, voice of God. What's the headline?
Let's see. Brush fire breaks out in Tuna Canyon. Oh yeah, I know where that is.
Can you lower your
Oh, too loud.
something? There's
It's the
like
voice of
echo.
God.
brush fire.
All right, brush fire. Got it.
I bet you could see it from
Yeah,
here.
just a brush fire now. But Latuna Canyon is close to population center, so they're like doing evacuations right now.
I think it's at the heat where things just start spontaneously combusting.
Yeah, it is so hot
It's so
outside.
It's
hot
not
outside.
reasonable.
No, it feels like you're getting punched when you walk outside by the heat.
There's
It's like
heat,
a cost you.
right? There's like nice heat, and then there's heat where it's like I feel like I'm getting cancer right now.
Yeah.
That's what it is outside.
God damn. Yeah, it's so hot. Hope everyone's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stay safe out there, people. Pick up your hats at teddyfresh.com.
Hell yeah!
Actually, not. You can't buy them yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
But that's a fire transition, right?
That is the
That
wonderful
was
transition.
fucking-
It's not available yet.
You know,
but
a little questionable, but it was fire.
Ethically,
it's
yeah.
fire and it's fire.
Yeah.
It's all fire. It's so fire. You know what I love about Interstellar? A lot of people complained about that movie, but I loved it. I loved how they represented the black hole too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
or it was like
cool.
inside of the
Yes.
dimensions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool.
I liked that a lot.
So thought provoking. Like, my God.
Christopher Nolan's a trip, Doug.
Yeah.
And Inception, by the way, so good too.
It's lit.
He's so lit. He dabs on all the haters.
All the haters.
He's regular dabbing. Have we got any other call-ins from y'all? I do want to ask you guys, as is a regular segment of our show, ghost stories. So me and Eli are skeptical. Obviously, we're haters. We hate everything. Clearly, you've spent enough time with us now today to know that.
You're not haters. You're very rational.
I'm skeptical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jenna,
I think I'm skeptical to a fault, to be honest. It's kind of annoys myself sometimes.
Jenna's like the opposite.
Yeah, I'm like everything excites me.
So tell
Like a
you have
dog
a couple. We did a
chasing
podcast
traffic.
on this.
Oh, you
On ghost stories.
Really?
So we always ask our guests, basically, if you have any ghost stories, because it seems like a lot of people have some interesting supernatural encounters, and it's
Didn't we have like
Like to
one
hear about it.
in like that we saw together, or like thought we saw like in our room, or was that maybe that was just a dream?
Where-
I thought we had like
Which house?
a recent one.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh,
I had one when I was younger. I went to an
oh
all.
yeah, her story is fucking terrifying.
It's not that terrifying,
It's
but I was
Julian Spoon.
It was-
Oh, I'm spooked.
like I was done after that. It was like this is a thing. I went to an all girls like sleepaway camp when I was
Right.
like maybe 13,
Mhm.
and it was at Wells College, which is in upstate New York.
Mhm.
And you get there and they're like, oh, it's haunted. There's all these ghost stories that they tell you and shit, and all of those are whatever. But I was sort of okay, that's cool. I'm a little creeped out, but like I'm not totally bought in. And one night we stayed in dorm rooms, and my roommate, the other girl who was there with me, she always used to fall asleep before I would. And so I was just sort of laying in my bed, and I couldn't fall asleep. And I saw like a yellow-green cross on the wall, and all of the windows were shut. I know, it's fucking weird. It makes no
Cross
sense.
makes me nervous.
No sense. And then I was sort of laying there, like you sort of have this like you're paralyzed with fear. Like I couldn't scream. I can't like yell to my friend. Like you're sort of just like waiting to see what happens. And I felt and saw something like depress in my bed. Like someone was sitting on my bed, and just this like terrifying feeling of someone just sitting there fucking staring at you.
Oh my God.
And then I woke up the next morning and my friend actually was not asleep and had seen the cross on the wall too. And I was like, bitch, what the fuck?
So you guys were, what kind of structure were you guys in?
It was a dorm.
You were in a building, and projected on the wall was some kind of glowing cross.
Did it look like a projector, or was it just coming out of the
It
wall?
just looked like
Was
it was
there
on
windows?
the wall. Yeah, we had windows, but the blinds were shut.
Okay.
And it was a distinguishable
Yeah.
cross.
And she saw the same thing and was also spooked at the same time.
Yeah.
The impression on the bed is what gets me.
There's no feeling like that.
And
like
you were,
Because she, like,
couldn't move. Couldn't. It's like you're paralyzed with fear. It's fucking terrifying.
how old were you at the time?
Like 13.
And so you're in your bed and you see like the blanket go down as if
Yeah.
somebody's sitting there.
Yeah.
Did you sleep
That's
at all? Did
weird.
you
That's like
eventually
physical
fall
proof.
asleep?
Like, what?
Yeah. I eventually fell asleep. Like, but that's the thing
Did,
is like
did
when
the
you're.
crease ever lift?
I don't remember it
You
lifting
just
at
kinda-
all.
Yeah, okay.
But like what I remember was like just being there with fear. Like I don't even remember falling asleep. I don't remember ever coming out of that state of fear or like anything. It's like your adrenaline is like through the roof, and then you somehow just like pass out and wake up the next day. It was the most fucking bizarre thing in the world. And then I thought I was crazy, and I
But
told
then the
my friend,
conversation with your
and I
friend
was like,
debunks
dude,
that.
last night I saw this fucking cross on the wall, and she was like, I saw it too. I wasn't asleep, and I fucking almost shit my
Was
pants.
that a relief to you to find out that
Yeah.
she saw it? Because you're like, I'm not insane.
Yeah.
That actually happened.
And she couldn't have pulled off some elaborate prank, right?
No.
Yeesh.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, that was about it. That was mine.
I have no ghost stories.
Nothing.
No.
Should go out there and get one.
I've tried. We went
Have you
out.
really?
I've tried.
You went ghost hunting?
We went because
Yeah.
Post Malone, one of our friends, is like a huge ghost enthusiast. He's a believer. And so I was like, dude, take me to the spookiest place.
Smart guy.
And so he took us out there. And, I mean, we heard a couple of scuttles.
No,
You're
We
so
heard a couple-
skeptical.
We
I
heard a
love
couple
it.
scratches.
Couple critters.
Well,
what do
no,
you need? Do you need like a full
listen.
body apparition in order to
Well,
be like,
my
yes, I
my
believe?
stance is
Someone's
like,
Just a floating guy.
Ethan, I'm
Yes.
fucking real.
I want fucking
Yeah, what would it
Scrooge.
take? What would it take for you to, like,
Well, look, if this ghost is so spooky and powerful that it can't even like get my attention above a rattle in a bush or a scratching sound, then he's a fucking pussy.
Well, it takes a lot of energy for them to like manifest if you buy into that, right? Like, so is it just ghosts, or do you not believe in like demons or anything like that?
No, I don't believe in it. Here's
Boy, get a fucking Ouija board and play it enough. You believe in demons?
what's it? Oh, what is it called?
We actually have one. Your mom bought it.
my mom.
Have you heard of
'cause
the Zozo?
What's Zozo?
It's have you done the Ouija board?
Yeah.
Ouija board.
I don't
know
do
what
it
you call
anymore.
So
Really?
I'm
I
too
do it
scared.
together?
You like open a portal
Does it
or
actually
some shit.
move? Like
I
I feel
mean,
like
if you guys are
everyone.
down, I'll do it.
I feel like people just
Are you
move
spooked
it.
from
I'm
it?
a little
Yeah.
spooked.
Well, the
yeah.
times that I
Yeah.
played
Just a
it,
fucking-
it's someone moving it.
I want to think that. Wait, so Zozo is it?
Yeah, it's
we talked
apparently
about this. Fuck.
like I forget. We did a podcast on it, but it's a common thing that happens on Ouija board when you're actually. You have to buy into all of this, okay? Just for a second. Like, it's a common thing that happens on the Ouija board where it goes back and forth and spells Z-O, 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 or like B-O, B-O, B-O. And there's
Bobo doesn't sound too
Bobo.
intimidating. Sounds kind of nice.
Zozo's less
So
like successful, bro.
they,
Yeah,
they
right.
call the entity or the demon Zozo or Bobo because that's what it keeps spelling out.
Right.
But it's also a theory that it's just whatever spirit or entity is playing with you that by going back and forth will actually like open the portal or the.
So this
So
is
it's
you're
not their
letting
name;
the.
it's just their way of getting in.
I kind of. So anyway, when
But
it
it's
comes
cross
to.
cultural. It happens. Like multiple people
So,
all
but
over
it
the
could
world.
be like. It seems like it's a really fluid motion with your hand, right?
Yeah, it's like
so
this.
it seems like it would almost be a natural. The most. Like,
How are the letters
common-
organized? Is it alphabetical?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. Right?
So it's not QWERTY? They
No,
didn't
it's not
make it.
QWERTY.
No, it's not QWERTY. It's not. No.
Damn.
Should be. Be like fucking what up, Bobo? So I don't know. There's like this thing, Occam's razor, right? Which is like the most simplest way, the thing with the least amount of assumptions to make, is probably most likely the explanation. So when it comes to something like UFOs and seeing a light in the sky, what's more likely? Like fucking gas cloud? I don't know, whatever bullshit they say.
Mm-hmm.
But just some shit in the sky, or interdimensional, intergalactic aliens visiting the Earth.
Obviously, like the inadvertent light is more likely.
Way more likely.
Yeah.
Like astronomically more
Yeah.
likely.
But doesn't mean it's the only possibility.
No, certainly not.
Yeah. Wait, so is that
Well,
that what you're talking about?
that's how I suspend my disbelief most of the time. It's
Yeah.
like, well, that clearly isn't probably the best explanation.
It's like a
for what I
scientific
just heard.
approach.
Like I heard a rustling in a bush. Was it a lizard or a fucking demon trying to get my attention? Right.
Demon.
It was obviously a demon.
If I see a light in the sky, are you kidding me? I'm like, that's a fucking alien, dog. Like, I'm so thirsty to see some aliens.
Me
like,
too.
everything is an alien.
I want to see it. Well, we had a friend in Israel who was so obsessed, Lonya,
Yeah.
with the idea that he saw an alien. Nothing I could ever say. I mean, I guess
But then that's like the thing. If it's happening to you, you can only convince people so much. I mean, this is what I
Yeah.
would think, right? You have that experience to draw from where you have that visceral, like emotional response to something that you can't really describe past just like telling people what happened.
right.
So like for you, that story about the impression on your bed, like it sounds scary to me, but you have a completely different
Yeah,
memory of that because it was like it happened to you.
right.
I don't know.
You guys don't believe in ghosts at all?
No,
Do you?
No.
You both don't?
but is that
Are you less skeptical than
Okay,
Ethan?
what do you think happens when you die?
Mm,
There
Okay,
we
I
go.
think nothing.
the most likely answer is nothing, right?
Describe that.
Hypothetically.
Wait, describe that.
Well, okay,
Like
so,
everything
yeah.
ends. You're like everything.
so-
Just black.
Well, you know, I can only confirm that I exist. Like, that's all I know, right? So I think that when the lights go out for you, in a sense, the universe ceases to exist because I'm the observer of
Yeah.
my own universe. But like before we were born, we were already non-existing, dead for 12 billion years. We would just be returning to that same state from which we came, which is pretty much nothing, right? Nothingness. I don't think it's the nicest thought in the world, But on the other hand, I can see also, because the universe is so weird. It's so weird that anything exists at all, right? Like that also is a trip. Like it doesn't matter how rational and sane or not, but how rational and like skeptical you can be, you still need to acknowledge how fucking weird it is. Like that very concept of existence is. So on the other hand, like I'm fully aware of my limitations of knowing what's out there. And like the idea of God is something that not in like a biblical sense or religious sense, but
A higher power.
there's like higher power it's hard to explain that away.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something after death, but I don't think it's the most likely explanation.
If there's anything I do believe is that we're like the way we are in our dimensions, we can't experience more than this moment. But I think eventually you die. But if you could see like more dimension, you could see like your whole lifetime.
Yeah, like how time isn't linear.
Love that.
You would see the beginning and
Yeah.
then and every moment.
Yeah, that's
And I
something.
think that's what it is, but we can't see it.
That's the dopest. Basically,
Yeah.
that theory, which is like
String
a fourth
theory.
dimensional, is basically there's no such thing as death.
Yeah.
Like you're living every moment of your life simultaneously,
Yeah.
but we're in slices of time.
dimensions.
So you're not aware
That
of
is
the
string
other
theory, right?
slices.
Is that?
I think maybe.
String theory
I don't
is-
know if it's necessarily. Yeah, it's probably
I
something
don't
to do
know.
with that.
It's really interesting. The multi dimensions.
Well,
Yeah.
so what about your boy Elon Musk when he talks about that our consciousness is like your soul or something? If you die, your consciousness, your mind could in
Right.
theory be like uploaded again back into the matrix. So that, like your soul, what makes you human or Ethan, your consciousness never dies, but your physical form dies,
Uh-huh.
and you just get back in the
Well,
matrix.
that's like the Buddhist.
That's like reincarnation.
Yeah. Man, I love the idea of reincarnation.
It's like-
I
but it's like
love it. It's
reincarnation
so great.
That like with someone orchestrating it above you or your consciousness exists somewhere
Why
else.
would they need to recycle your consciousness if you're just running in a simulation?
But imagine if you're like some rich dude in another fucking universe and you're like, yo, I just want to go back. Like, it's like you're playing PUBG right now.
It's
but
like
as a
Westworld.
person. Yeah.
It's like they want to
So you're
enter
like,
the park.
I want to pay my way back on Earth and like have some Earth experience.
Like we could just be like doing the mining for data
we're
right
meat
now as
bodies.
living.
Yeah.
So you're saying consciousness are beamed into our body,
I mean, I don't.
but then
No, yeah.
I'm
And
not saying I
then-
believe anything.
oh no, I'm just trying to
Yeah.
understand the theory.
Yeah.
But then once you're in the body, you don't recollect being a alien god.
Or even like
or
a
any
pawn.
other time you've been in this AI simulation with your consciousness.
It's like a game. They did a Rick and Morty joke about that. What was it?
Yeah.
Oh God, I forget the name of it. But there was this arcade game in like this alien store.
Yeah.
And they like beam you into the game, and you live this full rich life, like a whole life.
Yeah.
You get married, you have kids, you die, and then you come out and you're like, that was a good round.
Yeah. That seems like
And it's
exactly.
like 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the idea of the simulation. It seems somewhat plausible though. That we're all running in a computer simulation, just like, and it's an experiment.
Yeah.
I feel like it's an interesting experiment too. See what evolves, see what we do,
It's pretty fucking crazy.
right? Shit.
Damn. Super existential.
Pass the blunt, Doug.
Well, yeah, but see, like
Yeah.
the problem is if you believe too heavily in that, then like Scientology is sort of like you're an infinite being that like the people that are around you don't even really matter. Like if you really buy into it a little too much, then you're like a crazy person that doesn't
Absolutely.
value human life.
Right, that is true.
It's fucking dangerous.
That's called being a sociopath.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard sociopaths talk about like I'm just a player in a game, and everyone else is NPCs.
Tight.
I'm like, yikes,
Sick, right?
yikes.
They're playing
I
chess.
don't wanna-
You're playing checkers.
Yeah.
Am I right?
I seen what I do in Skyrim to those NPCs, man. I do not want to be in that guy's game. You know what I mean? Like, shit.
Elder Scrolls for life.
All those poor guys, all those poor NPCs, man. All right. What else? Where do you go from here?
It has been 2 hours.
Has it been?
Yeah.
Damn, that flew by.
Shit.
Oh shit.
I was
Yeah.
waiting to see if one more person comes in, but I see there's 2 people in the screening room. All right.
It's so fun that you guys can take calls.
Yeah, that's right.
I want
Yeah.
to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's actually cool. Yeah,
we
I'm
just
enjoying
did
it a lot.
last time, and it's so cool.
I'm thinking about actually getting like a classic call switchboard.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
It'd be a little
You
more
pipe people in,
stable.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be cool.
I'll call in.
You gonna call in? I'm gonna reject you immediately.
Oh,
I'm
I'm gonna go under an alias. You wouldn't know until I'm on air.
I love that though when like Howard Stern is doing a show and like his mom always calls in and shit.
Yeah.
Like there's people that always call in.
Yeah, you'll get your regulars.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks
Anything
for having
else?
us. No, thank you so much for having us.
Congratulations on winning your
Oh,
lawsuit.
thank you so
Congrats.
much.
And on
Yeah.
behalf of
Huge
the
deal.
YouTube community, thank you for fighting that.
Yeah, we
Oh.
thank you.
Thank you guys. Thanks for saying that. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's nice. It's
Yeah.
nice to be over that.
Seriously.
Matter of law. Big
Matter
deal.
of law,
Matter of
h3shop.com. All right, let's go set ourselves on fire by stepping out into like.
Oh my god.
It's basically like,
Hell.
yeah, it's. What was that movie, Total Recall, when they step outside of Mars and their like heads blow up and they catch on fire? It's
Yeah.
I
that,
don't know, but
essentially.
yeah.
That's what we're living in LA right now.
Yeah.
guys.
Shit. All right, well, thanks everybody for watching. You guys, your YouTube channel is Jenna and Julien, right?
No,
Podcast
there's
channel.
different-
Jenna Julien podcast.
Jenna Julien
Yeah.
podcast. If you guys want to listen to the podcast, check it out there. It's a lot of fun. Catch up on all the conspiracy theories. They'll turn you into a believer, man. Cool. All right. Well,
Bye.
see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
Ta ta.
Bye.